All right, let's get these fucking microphones sorted. Mic number 2. So can you notice the difference between that microphone? Because fuck, that'd be easier if I could just leave it on that microphone, but then picks it up good off the lounge. This is the chill out microphone, which is just a shitty old Nokia fucking hands-free kit from a Nokia tradie phone. Not a trade-in phone. One of the we had a range of them over here that were a little bit more durable for the tradespeople. Means they just don't break as quick. So you're back with another episode of just chilling out, talking shit, just doing whatever the fuck we want, whenever we want to do it, with Red Bull. I'm just chopping up right now. Dinner's sorted. Get in. I actually just picked up a bit of a bargain, so that was fucking cool. Oh, I know, I should have cooked. But fuck. It's the last day off of my set. Surely I can get takeaway. And we've got a player 2 entered the building. Which
Good
means I'm gonna
morning.
have to put the fucking headset on. Just for you.
Oh,
swear.
sorry, mate.
Just for you, I'll do it.
Oh, I'm honoured. I'm
No, it's
honoured.
no fucking biggie. How you
You
going?
lulled me.
Just got trolled into putting my fucking headset on.
Oh my god, how funny was that?
Yeah, at least you're laughing about it. It's fucking too funny. And
It
I
was the
couldn't
best.
comment. I was trying to comment, and it was just like, fuck this. Like, it's better just laying low.
That
Because
bastard.
they change, like, real quick sometimes when you comment.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah, that's it. So that's when you said, like, about you're over it is, I was like, it's probably for the best. Because if we'd have affected it, it would have been lost forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. Honestly, it was like there was bits of it where it was like, you know, in what's it called, that oh fuck, Trading Places at the end where it was like, turn those machines back on.
Oh, mate, it's like, yeah. I got to chuckle most about fucking trying to bring Newman back in at the end. It's like just totally shitting on, like, as you do, but so no, he's my fucking second in charge. Like, what he says goes, and then like they got him on, and he just got fucking ambushed by Evil.
Well, I only saw a little bit, so like I had some stuff to do on my game as well, and I was just like,
it was probably maybe the very last 5 minutes.
I kept going in for like a minute at a time, and then it'd be like having this like bite of fucking rich cake, and then I'd go out and like digest it. And I recorded myself doing it, so I've done a recording because I was like, "Are this bastard's gonna delete it like they did that other one like straight away?" So I was like,
"See, I missed heaps because I was over talking shit to fucking Ricardo. Like, he was holding down fucking Dean's stream.
Oh God.
And I was like, oh, hang on, fucking, there's something else happening, Lewis. Like, I gotta go, buddy.
Oh man. Yeah. Well, that's when I saw you were streaming then. So
Well, that was because I was fucking touching tips with Lewis.
yeah, that's what I thought. So I was like, oh, perfect fucking timing. Look at this.
Yeah, I was over talking smack on fucking.
But I saw that, yeah, I saw them. I couldn't believe it. And then went over straight away, saw you, and was just like, have you seen this? Have you fucking seen this?
Yeah.
What do you say to it? I mean, I've just said a lot, actually. I've just talked about it for like an hour. As you can imagine.
Yeah, fucking, I don't know. They managed to find people, but fuck me.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're on a mission. They're on a mission, but they just showed everything that they were about. Like, it was like the perfect grand finale for me. Like, it's not the grand finale. It's not that in that sense, but it's like a season. I don't know, like an Easter egg or something. It was just like a
Like
bit
the
of punctuation.
toxicness that came just like as soon as like it got unleashed,
Yeah.
like it just went hard and like it, I don't know, like Evil never really fucking calmed down. Like it just
No.
every time he spoke, he was like he'd wait like he'd just can't like sorry, and he'd stop talking, and then like he'd come back 5 minutes later at the level he was already at, and then he'd go again.
Apart from when he wasn't at the level he was already at, and then he wasn't. He was like in his like downtime. He was like
Just
in,
off,
like
like just muting
knackered,
himself, just seething. Like,
bent himself for a bit, and then he'd come back. You know what I mean? Ricardo would feed him a bit, and he'd come back for more.
I
The
think some of it they were
lie.
actually just like forgetting that they were letting themselves go a little bit, and then it's like, oh,
I
hang
don't
on,
know.
like it's like fuck, like I'm acting like a dickhead, like I'm sorry,
I
and then
don't
just
think so.
quickly
I
like
think
mute himself, and then just couldn't
maybe
help it.
it could
Like,
be, or it could just be that like they want to push it. They want to push it. The more people they can get to buy into it at that extreme level, the more that they don't have to make effort later on. You know what I mean? They've got like people who will buy into it at that level.
yeah, yeah, no one's
You know what I
buying
mean?
their shit no more. That's fucking outrageous. Fucking.
You'd
So
be
you just so
surprised.
like even if like it's all true and like there's
And I'm
been
this terrible
a woman
psycho.
talking about you fucking online for the last 6 months, like who gives a fuck, you
Yeah,
fucking
for you to go off
bitch
like
ass?
that.
Like
That's what I
what's the
was saying.
problem? Like
Why are you doing this then? Yeah, exactly. It's no excuse, is it, for that? Oh,
no, it's been
mate.
a little bit over the top. Like and at worst, like you just like they've been spoken shit about online, like, oh well.
Yeah, but I haven't even done it. Well, I have, but like to the level that I mean, one of the key things that I did pick up
Oh no,
on
I meant
my
like even if
recording.
you had like what at the very
Yeah.
worst you've just spoken about them online.
Well, the
And
other
like
thing
they're
as
that
well.
triggered off that, like
Well, as well is if I was that bad to warrant that, which I don't think anyone really is, they haven't even gone off like that about fucking Jared Genesis. Do you know what I mean? So, like, if I'm that bad, then why the fuck the other time I was at your stream did he come on and go, oh, it's all right, let's have a chat. Let's not talk about that. We'll just
yeah,
watch
let's
this
watch
video about
elbow
Albert.
videos. Yeah, let's all just watch elbow
Yeah,
videos.
yeah. That was like the last interaction before
Well,
the big
see, I
psyop.
kind of noticed like on that timeline too that because when you were asking him to look, just promise me you won't fucking go and like make some cans off of this.
Yeah,
He'd already been at that stream, like that was the end of it.
yeah.
So it's like he's like already have done that for the last 2 hours.
And then he fucks off.
And then like he came onto my stream at the end, and then like that was the end of their night.
Yeah, they were trying for some cans, weren't they? But he wouldn't have been able to do it had he said that.
Nah,
So that's
you're
why he
right.
had to
Like,
fuck off before he said anything.
and then like we were saying, like he had issues he could have worked out that night. It could have been
Yeah,
fucking sweet as fuck. Like
I've always been totally sound, but this is what I've realised with what they're doing, and you saw how extreme it was tonight. That it is
oh, that
like,
was some toxic shit. And then, but see, I think it's all like there's some personal stuff there and like offline shit. But once you kind of see that bigger picture, you just go, oh yeah, he's just a jilted lover. Like listen to that. Like that is all that it like if
It's not even
That's
just
like
that, mate.
you would
It's
see, like, that would be the person that'd be like yelling out your window, fucking.
well, that's it. But they are really snidey, and Ricardo is a fucking carny bastard, right? So here, what I'm thinking with it is that it's like they've got these people who don't really know what's happening. They've got a load of people who kind of have been in and out of it. They know a bit, you know what I mean? They're not that invested, right? They don't know the story or whatever. So, like, all they need to do is attach exactly what they've been doing, which it seems like is what he's doing, just exactly to the word what they've been doing, but like putting it on me. So at this time, they can sort of attach all that behaviour that they've done and they can just flip it onto me so that going forward, everyone's like, oh, yeah, someone said that to someone and someone did that and whatever. It must have been that crazy bitch. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it was a crazy bitch, but it wasn't me. Like, just because he hasn't got a vagina doesn't make him a fucking
where
bitch.
it gets hard to defend that when you're then blocked out of
Exactly.
the couple of streams where it's like really
where they're just
fucking
doing it, yeah.
pushed.
And some of the bits that I did see was Q going, them going, one of the bits, them going, oh, and she, and Q had to block her, he had to block her. And you're like, oh my God, they're even making something out of that, which again is flipping on what you've just said. It's like, so they can put an inverse curse on it. So instead of it being a negative of like, yeah, you're starting shit and being cowards and shouting all this stuff, online action figures and all the rest of it, harassing and stalking, and then blocking so no one can fucking say anything back.
I haven't even heard fucking Ouya for 6 months.
Exactly.
Like, where the fuck has he been working?
Oh, he's back in with another silence cake. Did you see him tonight? It was fucking gold.
I put in the comment. The
He was in the
silence
fucking
stirrer.
panel at one bit, I think.
Yeah, I left you a comment.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I saw it yet. I might not have seen it.
Okay, I can narrow it down. He came on at about the 44-minute mark.
Sweet.
So you don't have to sit there and watch it all.
I fucking recorded
He's not there
it.
for ages. He kind of comes and goes, and then I think
Yeah,
he
of course
brings
he
on
does.
his fucking boyfriend.
Oh, did
And
he?
he had like a guest
made
appearance.
a lot. That's hilarious. Because it's like it's all been stirring around with like aimlessly for ages. They haven't got nothing to do with any of it. They don't know what to do, where to go. Now they've got a bit of focus. Here we go, back on track.
If you look, I'm just going to give a public service announcement to Newbin.
Yeah.
You're getting fished with this new character that's just turned up on Ricardo's stream. Do not respond to the email. You're getting fished, bro.
No links. Don't click on any links. No, I think that's a legit person.
Don't click the links.
No, I really do think that is a legit person. I genuinely.
Yeah, but Captain N's a legit person.
Well, yeah, true, yeah. Well, that's true. There's a lot of people around here, but yeah, I do think that's a legit person who's come in from their exploits on Try Hard Alley. I do believe that. And I was just putting a warning out.
That's a 2012 account with a whole stack of gaming stuff going back.
Yeah, it's a real
years
person.
and years. But there's been about a 2-year gap, and then they started streaming a couple of months ago.
Well, maybe. Who knows?
Either way, it's still a legit channel from
that person is
a long time ago.
Someone that is a stranger coming in, because I can tell from the fact that they are having to scurry like they are, and that they are like trying to convince and wheedle and sell and play and do all that. So that if it was one of their cronies or something they'd set up, they wouldn't be doing any of that shit. They wouldn't be doing that. Turn those machines back on.
You would have seen that. You would have seen that account earlier if they were playing.
Possibly.
If there was some games, because it's
maybe not.
It's a gaming channel, like.
True.
Someone
but
could
if they
be running
kept
low
it quiet,
on the Pokédex.
Yeah, if they were keeping it quiet though, for various reasons.
The Pokédexes are run like.
Mm-hmm.
It's also getting tricked. It's not just that they're getting banned in the streams and blocked. It's getting harder to get shit through Google and onto YouTube. They just pick your IPs. They pick your fucking. Yeah, you've got to go all out now.
Oh, it'll be over soon. And yet, Ricardo and Evil can do what they do, and nothing gets said to him. It's crazy. You go around calling someone a legit horrible, the worst names you could. That's what he was doing. He was literally like, "What's his level of argument was like, what's the worst word I can call her?"
Oh, he was yelling it up and down the street, mate. Funny father style.
I'm
He's
the
just
Jilton
fucking
lover.
celebrating that up
This
and
is
down the
fucking
street.
Scored FM. Like, this is the season finale of Scored FM. They can't top it.
Scored FM. Jilted Lover Guild.
Fucking. Oh, fucking hell. I had to keep pausing my recording so that I could keep blowing my nose and shit because I'm still poorly and I was just laughing so much. It was making me cough and everything. Oh my God. I got to the
little
bit where
rabbit
they
dude
were.
We got Rabbit backstage.
Oh, sweet. Hey up, rabbit dude.
He's been here since literally the 1 minute mark.
Can I just say as well, though, before it finished, though, there was
Yeah, you're just going to disrupt us.
this moment where I think I might have left my recording where there was literally him, Evil, Ron, and Ricardo, and they were all just sat around going, "You suck,
Okay.
CPE, you
Red Bull.
suck." It
I
was
want to
so.
say one thing. I'm going to bed.
Oh, all right.
Okay. Bill Clinton's first name is actually William.
Yeah. No, it's.
I just found
what's
this
his
out
last
today.
name?
Oh.
Did not know about this. That's all I
Or
want to say.
Willie.
And good night.
Willie Clearly.
No, don't jump off.
Don't go, Rabbit.
Bill is just short for William. So it's like that's not really a wrong name. Like it's the same name. It's just a nickname. Like
It's a Scottish name, isn't it, William? William Wallace.
yeah, but say Ed to Edward.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it's the same
Or
sort
Ted.
of name. Or,
It's like
yeah,
Ted to Edward, isn't it?
yeah, or even Ted to Robert.
It's Ted Robert as well. I didn't know that.
Can be as well as Bob and Rob.
So
You
Rad
get
Ted. What?
Yeah.
Robert can be Ted. How? From Ted to Robert.
I've had Ted. Yeah. Say like an Eddie's, Edwards, Ted's,
Yeah.
Roberts, Ted's.
Roberts. I did not know that was connected with the Teds in the Ted realm. That's mental. That's another Scottish name.
If you have a look on one of Dean's other streams, we're all playing. Was that millionaire game?
Oh yeah,
that was one of the questions with Bill Clinton.
Oh, is that what he's saying about?
Yeah, and I don't think Clinton is his last name. Like I think he's changed that. I don't know. I got the questions mixed up.
So what is the Clinton name? Is that Hillary's surname? And he's took Hillary's surname. Is that what it is?
I don't know. I remember I got it right on the stream.
Well, I've seen some of that millionaire one. It was fun. It was really fun, that stream. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, he needed to check the chat a bit more. I was smoking him.
Oh, and it was Wheel of Fortune booked me in. I'm always a sucker for Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
It. Yeah, man. That was good.
And then he's like, "Oh, you were just Googling it. Like you can just sit back at home and
Google I wasn't Googling it.
I'm like, yeah, no, neither.
You could, but why would you? Why would you? My phone.
She's just going like moving down the stairs.
Yeah. No, it's just that I've got laminate flooring, so it just sounded like that. But yeah, I was skinning up at the same time as holding my phone. But yeah, for that very reason, I could never Google at the same time because I've only got one phone.
Yeah, it's only trivia like that. Yeah, it's no biggie.
Yeah,
talking about slippery floor, I've got polished wooden ones. And it's it's like fucking ice skating in socks, eh?
Oh, sweet, yeah.
Yeah,
I like a nice polished floor.
But
it's nice.
Yeah, no, they're not like in a pattern or anything. They're just old school.
Yeah, very nice. I like that. I used to have that in one of my houses, but not for like the last couple or three even.
I've always had carpet. It seems better than that. Like
definitely in a hot place. Although you're gonna get spiders and shit coming up through them cracks, aren't you? I suppose they're too big to get through the cracks in the fucking floorboards.
Yeah, no, there's not many.
Just one big long 8 foot long fucking spider leg coming out, trying to feel around to get some.
They just wait for you to walk out the front door. Just
shoot a fucking poison dart at you.
Yeah, just like one of the neck catching spiders just throws a fucking.
They work as a team. And then the ants will come and chop you up into bits, and then they'll carry you off, and the woodlice will carry you off to the fucking spiders that shot you with the acid in the first place.
We
all an
have got little
ecosystem.
ones like that. They call them net casters,
Oh,
and like it actually like you watch them, and it like it's like it's got a little tiny baby version of its spider web in its hand, and they kind of
Give!
like
I'd love to see that.
it kind of looks like a big daddy long legs a little bit. So it's got like these long dangly legs, and it's like you'll see it in its web, but it'll look like it's holding another web in its hand.
I love shit like that.
And
Oh
then
my god, I need to see one of
chucks
them.
that on a bug, and then like
What? That's
yeah,
crazy.
it doesn't like catch it in its net. It doesn't use its web. It just
Ooh.
hangs in its web.
People just don't give them enough credit, do they? I mean, look at that. It's a
Yeah,
tiny little creature doing
but
these
I only
things.
found it like I kept feel like because I don't know whether I've got an allergic. It's not a full on allergic, but I always get itchy when I get a little bit of spider web on me. Like I
Oh.
can feel it. Like if I know it's on the back of my neck or something, like I'll get itchy. Like or
Have
if
you had
I've
any
like
spider silk clothing or anything before anywhere near you?
not really. Like it's
Mm.
just something that and feathers. So
Okay.
I don't know. I can just tell when there's a feather there.
Mm.
And I was just like, I used to stand at this spot and just smoke like for hours. Like it was my like durry spot, and I had like a cupboard where I could just punch billies out the window.
Mm.
And I kept feeling it, and then I fucking actually like looked up into this corner, and there was one of those things, and it's like,
Oh my god.
I think it's just been sitting there throwing fucking nets at me, like. And then I'm like, I'm like, I've never. And then I started to research. I'm like, fuck, that's like a whole type of spider, because
I didn't
I
even
was
know they
sure it
exist.
was throwing little bits of web, and I'm like, fucking what? I've never heard of that. Like,
I'll do as a
I
spider
swear
video
that
next
little
time you get a
fucking thing is
spider.
like, because I kept getting itchy. I'm like, I bet you it's fucking spider web. Like, and then yeah, there's these little fuckers that throw them. Like,
Trying to catch
and
me with a
it
little
was one of
web.
them.
That's
They've got a
so
different little
ambitious.
tail on them. It's almost like they've got a scorpion little tail
Okay.
bit that comes underneath, and they kind of use that to hold their little net, like web.
But they're a
And
spider. They're definitely a spider, right?
definitely a spider. Yeah.
Because a scorpion, is that a crustacean or is that a spider? Is that an arachnid? A scorpion?
No, yeah, that's an arachnid. That's not a. No, it's
It's
not
not a
like a
crustacean.
crab.
It is an arachnid. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's maybe an invertebrate.
I'm
Like
just
whatever.
wondering if it's some sort of specialization that they've taken on so they could become a scorpion, or some sort of faux scorpion if a scorpion is a crustacean and not an arachnid.
No, they're not a crustacean. That's in the ocean.
Yeah, no, but you can no, not all of them though. You like a woodlouse is a crustacean, and there's loads of things. I think is a flea, even
Really?
potentially. I'm not sure. I might be talking out my ass with the flea, but some things, yeah, it's just a kind of animal. It's just a what's it, a taxonomic
They're
house
not
or
like
whatever
in a
the word is.
swampy, wet area.
Like anywhere,
Well,
no, in the
because I
dry.
always thought
It's
the
just what it's
crustacean
made.
was like ocean. Like,
Well, mainly they live in the ocean because it's like suited to that. So it's like the shrimp. But you get land shrimps. You get like if you look at a woodlouse, it's just the same sort of thing. It's like anything curled up with like that sort of
yeah,
the
it looks like a
crusty,
crab, fucking lobster looking fucking thing. Like,
yeah, things that have got like a bit of a shell on them
claws.
that are
Yeah, shell
similar.
and claws. Like,
Shell claws, and the shell kind of goes over itself as like armor, doesn't it? So like you think about a woodlouse, it can roll up into a ball.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Let's be definitely Googling that shit later.
Yeah, check it out. Yeah, I will be seeing if a thingy is a scorpion's a thingy, because if it's not, then spiders are emulating scorpions, and the arachnids are doing it as well, and they're using nets.
Yeah, there's more arachnids than there is scorpions.
I bet there is round your end. Fucking hell, I won't be.
Like,
Yeah.
I think all over. Like, there's not like hundreds of different. There'd have to be fucking 10 times more spiders than scorpions.
Well, yeah, scorpions, but like when it comes to like crustaceans, how many types of crustaceans are they? The kings of the fucking ocean, aren't they? Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I've been watching some vids where it was going on about fucking the war between plants and animals,
All
and
right.
it was like, it just seemed like a funny vid to watch, and then it was like, after a while, it was just like fucking hang on, like, this is making some sense here. Like, but it's like it's not on a small scale. Like, it's like since forever. Like
Wow.
that's been the true war here is
I
between
want to
plants and
see
animals.
it. Plants versus Zombies, in it. How true to life.
Yeah, like that's the only war that's been.
Yeah,
Like,
I can
yeah,
believe it.
just an
I'm
all-out
definitely,
battle of survival for the plants against
mate.
getting eaten by the animals. So they developed all those like different ways to like either catch an animal
Yeah,
or poison it. And then same as with the fucking
it's just learning
the
to live with
animals, like
each other and utilize each other, though, isn't it? I would say rather than a war. But then that's what a war is, isn't it? Really, it's just that.
well, that's what I meant. Like it hasn't been symbiotic because they've always developed like
Yeah, it's
things
aggressive.
like it's all there's always been either protection or like an
Well, that's
aim
the biggest
capture.
protection, though, isn't it? Is to be on top, to not let them run the conversation. That's the
Yeah, but like
biggest
things like
protection.
develop like bitter tastes and like like leaves of
Mm.
poison to bite, and there's no other reason for that other than to defend themselves.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So it's like why would they have developed it other than to protect themselves from the animals? And then the animals are the same. Like they've
Yeah.
developed like different things to be able to deal with what the plants are throwing at them, so they can then fucking still get in there and eat them or
But
do
the
whatever they
question
need to. Like,
is, when does it stop being sort of a resource exchange of whatever way, and when does it start being war? Is it
well,
when
that's what I
emotion is
mean. Like
brought
it's
into it?
it's across like all animals, all plants. Like
What makes it war, though? Do you know what I mean? It's just resource exchange and competition, right? But then you think about it becoming war. You think it's got to have emotion put on there. Do you know what I mean? It's got to have triggering things, like you bring fucking religion or whatever into it. And there's always an organizing structure which makes it into a war, and they're the ones that make the benefit of it. So in this, if it is a war between plants and animals, who is the fucking benefit? Who are the war pigs in this then?
It's not. It's like it's an all-out battle for the survival. Like who
Then it's not a
takes it.
war. Then it's just competition. Then, do you know what I mean? Then it's just like resources, isn't it? It's just that they
Like it's
see
either gonna be
walking.
like it'd be one or the other. Like,
Yeah.
but then the omnivores have been developed, so that kind of threw a mix into it where it's not just like vegan and carnivore. There's things that eat both, so it's like it's on. Like there's a third mix
Someone
in there.
told
Like
me that they've reclassified plants as like sentient beings, and I believed them. But then someone was bullshit, and I was like, oh yeah, probably it was. Probably was. I was like, oh my god, have they? That's amazing. I was like, but
yeah, no,
actually,
I wasn't sort of going down that path that like plants are animals and like animals and plants, but it's just that like
well, there's a lot of crossover though, isn't there? You look at
yeah,
some
it's like it's been
molds,
like that's been the case for like way before we were here. Like
mushrooms.
those two things battled. Like yeah, maybe that's the wrong word. War. It's like yeah, it's like there's just that's always
It'd be
been
interesting
there.
if it
Like
was a war, though, wouldn't it?
well, you never know. Like
That's it.
one could have been here before and one maybe wasn't, and it's
Yeah.
just been like a take it, but that's been ever since.
I'd be interested to see what it says about that bitter taste stuff, because that is an interesting one, isn't it? Because if they were trying to just poison the people or whoever it was who was the threat and poison them, kill them, then you would make it more tempting. But they make it like in general, it's there's a warning, isn't there, in nature saying. I mean, is it because we've just I don't know, like we've conditioned ourselves to know that a yellow thing might be a warning?
Yeah, and like animals are the same. Like they bite something and then it doesn't taste right, so they don't really go back again. Like
so they're
I don't know.
warning
It's just
everyone
pretty
off.
cool videos.
Yeah, definitely. There's a good book about that.
There's a player 3 lurking around the back, but he can just fucking lurk there and just do whatever the fuck he wants. Fucking peanut head.
Who is it?
Slotham, I think.
Oh, is it? Oh, let him on.
That's Signal, isn't it?
It might actually be Signal at this time, though. He
no,
likes you, doesn't
it is. It's Signal.
It probably is.
Siggy Sigster.
We could get his rundown of the stream and see what he
It's
thinks.
just the Sigster. I just want to fucking hang.
Yeah, we just want to chill out with the
comes on,
sister.
Well, hang on. We'll see. All right, player 3's entered the building. Turn your camera off, you fucknut. And just chill.
Why are you insulting my handsome looks?
Because you're off chops, mate. Just put your cam down and you can just chill.
I will not do that.
All right,
I have to see myself out.
take a shot.
I'm not going to turn my camera off because you're too ugly or ashamed or scared to turn your camera on. Sorry, buddy.
Have you got any vodka?
How about you?
Nah.
Alright, so why do you ask me?
No, actually, I don't have vodka. I'm holding a cane, though.
You're asking me where it's at. Where's your shit at? I'll follow after you, bud.
Oh, I've got beers and stuff in the fridge, but I wasn't really having a beer tonight. It's a bit late to
So
start.
what's the concern for asking me?
Well, because you usually fucking show yours off. I was going to say, take a shot.
So then if I was going to show it off, then I would show it off. You don't need to ask. That's the definition of showing off.
Oh, okay.
All right, come on.
Right. Do you have any vodka, though?
Got plenty.
Take a shot.
What about you?
Nah.
No, I will take a shot after you. Sure, buddy.
How about I have a cane and then you have a shot?
Let's see it.
Yeah, all right.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Have you got your headphones turned up, bros?
I don't think it's an audio concern, it's a video concern. My audio's all fine, buddy. I don't need to hear you sipping a mysterious drink. You could be sipping a gallon of pickle juice. I don't know.
How much would you give
Let's
me
see
if
the
I showed
pint.
you my face?
See, when I crack open a bottle, you can see me break the seal.
Right.
You're telling me, oh, do you hear this? And you're taking a sip out of some drink that I don't know what it is.
No, I was
You're
smoking
telling me
bongs.
that it's beer.
No, I was smoking bongs.
Or it's smoking a bong, right? You guys don't smoke weed over there. You're too scared.
I just
You
did
get
smoke
pressed by the
weed.
cops. If you're too
No.
scared to turn your camera on, then you're too scared to smoke weed and get fucking pressed by the cops.
I got a medical card.
Very simple.
You numbskull. I get it fucking sent to me.
Numbskull, by the way. That's
Yeah,
just
that's
weed is like a serious offense in your area.
No, it's not. It's fucking
But you
legal.
don't even care about having your camera on.
It's completely
Interesting.
legal.
Okay. No, I've been to England. I've been to Scotland and Wales.
So where the fuck do you think I am, knucklehead?
I've been to Adelaide.
Oh, good on ya. That's a fucking shithole.
It's unbearably hot.
Yeah, that's a fucking shithole. There's fuck all there.
What makes you think you have anything over there wherever you are?
That's like the smallest fucking capital city in Australia. And like the worst. Like hands down.
Adelaide.
Yeah, hands down.
Well, I
Like-
also went to Sydney,
Yeah, well now you're
but I
talking.
didn't like it there. It was too it's full of niggers like you, so I was kind of out of it.
Yeah, spewing.
hmm
And you didn't get
Not
any
my
weed.
types of people.
You couldn't get any weed.
You got your camera off and shit like a pussy, but you want to have your mouth wide open about other people. Yeah, not my kinds of people.
You still clicked it, man. Don't forget to leave a like.
Faggot nigger. You're a nigger. Nigger. Faggot nigger.
You're self-hating.
Eat shit and die, nigger. Eat shit and die. I'm gonna report this stream until you get banned, nigger. 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 Eat shit and die. Can't wait.
Are you done yet? All right. See you, Signal. Fucking dickhead. So there we go,
Wow.
peeps. We just had Slotham guest appearance.
But
He
that's
doesn't quite look the same as what you'd think under the mask, but that is Slotham, ladies and gentlemen.
I'd beg to differ.
I'm throwing $5 on it.
I beg to differ. I bet you're a tenner. I bet you're a tenner English sterling.
Oh, that's like $30 here too. Can't.
That'll get you like 2 cigarettes if you're lucky.
To get me like a pack of 20s.
All right, would it? Probably here as well.
Or probably maybe you could find a shop that'd do you a pack for 30, like for fucking sure. You'd be like, can't, like, bro. Okay, what do you got? Because everyone's got under the counter stuff now.
Exactly. Oh, this
You'd
guy
be
the other
like, mate,
day.
what do you got? Like, don't turn to the counter behind you. Like,
He
what do you
tried.
got?
He tried to. Well, no, I was the other way round because he tried to sell me the shit stuff. I'm like, no. I was like, I'll buy the other stuff. I was like, but I'm not buying that. I actually come here because I need some tobacco, and this is the closest shop, and it's snowing, so I need to get some real tobacco from you. I'm not buying that shit. So he was like, but like obviously his English weren't the greatest as well. So then he was like offering me real fags as well, and I'm like, no, don't want real ciggies. I just want some tobacco. So he actually ended up having to go, and it was like he had to blow the dust off it. You know what I mean? Like to open the
Oh,
counter to
really?
get the fucking real tobacco out to sell it because he just
Yeah,
sells the
because
other
everyone
stuff.
just goes for the other stuff. Like,
Yeah, well, normally he's got 2 tiers of it. So he's got the decent shit that's just the stuff that's come from abroad that's just normal tobacco, which is fine. And you're just getting it like at the price you'd pay for a 30 gram, you're getting 50 gram, pretty much. Maybe a bit
yeah,
cheaper even. And you get 50
yeah, it
grams for
just
that. So it's
comes in like
great.
a bag sort of shit. Like,
No, it's just in a pouch and everything. It's completely fine. Everything's cool.
okay.
But then there's this other shit that they try and sell you for like a $5, which I've bought before, thinking, oh my God, look at this. I got some tobacco for a $5. And it was like, oh my God, I can't smoke it. But then I put it in a drawer, and one day I did smoke it because I ran out and I couldn't be asked to go to the shop. So I did smoke it. So I didn't want that shit in my house because I knew I'd fucking smoke it one day.
There's a few different types they get. I don't buy the tobacco. I buy cigarettes still. Like, I've hated fucking rolling them forever. Like, I'll go onto tobacco sometimes, and then like I change back. But they were selling like a few different types, but there was one that was like, it seemed like it was forever fucking wet. Like, or it didn't matter, like, if you just rolled it the tiniest little bit too tight, and you just couldn't smoke them. Like, or they were forever going out, and like it was just, they would be a pain in the ass to like smoke. And I think these were coming in like 100-gram packs. I think it was 100 grams for $100, so pretty cheap shit. But then there's like another pack that I think it's about $80 for the 50 grams. And then I think there's a smaller one that's like 30 for 20 or something like that. I don't know. But no, we're pretty lucky. Like, they've got heaps of different types of under the counter packets. So yeah, I just grabbed those. Yeah, I was just about to say, I think you muted your mic. But yeah, it's all good. So what does everyone think of Signal, hey? Isn't he fucking good fun? That's about the third time now he's turned up here and just started fucking rambling on about the same fucking, wanting me to say the N word and saying I'm going to get your stream fucking blocked and banned and taken down, and I'm going to report your stream. Even though he's the fucking saying the shit that he's going to report. Like, what a fucking dog. You're just a fucking dog, mate. That's all you fucking are. You get brought on for a bit of a fucking laugh. Like, if you couldn't tell, mate, I was laughing at you. And then, yeah, you threaten me with you're going to get my fucking channel struck. And you're going to get it struck by the shit that you've just said. Like, what a fucking dog act, mate. good luck with it anyway, because I'm pretty sure once they have a look at it and they see what happened, because the other stream didn't get fucking touched. So yeah, have fun, mate. Go back to your fucking kennel. And we're back with another episode of smoking legal medical grade fucking marijuana in Australia with Red Bull. This is Bubba Kush. 27%. And it's the fucking, there's a QR code on the container, a full fucking medical label, full brand. It's all like all the containers have got all branding and logos. And my current packet of Chapel of Love, it's changed from a container to a pouch. And on it's like it's full fucking packaged up now. Like it looks sick. But their motto is it's highly legal. And that's a guaranteed 30%, mate. $99, 10 grams, which yeah, that's still cheap, but my other containers are $99 for 15 grams. So, but mate, 30% weed. Come on. It's just like so, and it's chunky. It's big chunks of it. It's not just like that little tiny tight indica. Like it is like you get big ass blasty fucking nugs of it, and it's like just crystally, that real light colored lime green with just like white, fucking perfect looking shit. Like
Yes, I saw that over Christmas or something like that.
and it's like it's the one. It's real tight, but it's dry.
Mm-hmm.
So as soon as you hit it with the scissors, like it's almost
The
like
dusty
just
green.
perfectly dust. Like
The pea green. It looks like a little pea casing, doesn't it? The little.
yeah,
I think that.
that's the stuff.
Crystally pea casing.
Some of the other ones you gotta like chop them up for like, mate, I'll be sitting there for half an hour sometimes.
Oh wow!
It's just like so sticky and shit.
But, I don't get that stuff more very often.
Like you gotta clean your scissors.
Mate, I use a grinder. I'd be screwed with something like that. I've not had any of that shit for ages. Sticky stuff.
So trying to
My Bob Marley grinder's not going to cut it, is it? Literally.
And it'd be like trying to put in like a lolly.
like the hardest, almost harder than the finest resin. Like other roasting.
No, like a gummy lolly. Like a soft, like say, oh shit, I don't know. I thought you had the same lollies as us. Like a little gummy bear. Be like trying to chop that up into a grinder.
No, they're not called lollies. Yeah, well, a lolly's like a sucky thing over here, like a lollipop.
Yeah, same here, but
I know what you're talking about. There's a brand in they call Lolly, and they do all the gummy stuff, and they do the pizzas and stuff. Where you make your own burger, you make your own pizza.
That's all gummy.
They're all gummy. Yeah, I know which one you're on about. Yeah, it would be like chopping one of them up. Some of that. No, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Although it is worth it if you're going to use the residue for something, I suppose.
Yeah, actually, that brand is Trolley. Yeah, all that gummy. They look like they do like little mini pizzas.
Yeah,
and
the
mini burgers.
The burgers are great. I couldn't believe the burgers.
And hamburgers and like.
Yeah, the burgers were super cool. But I was just like, I would never want to eat one because it was just like a pile of sweets. It was like every piece my kid showed me because it was all in this packet and put them all together. And I was like, that is so cool how they've made that, and that bit's cool. And then when he actually put it together, he was going to eat it. I was like wincing inside. He was like taking a bite out of all this.
See, I could never buy them because it was like they were always a little bit pricier than like you could just buy heaps of lollies before.
Yeah, not now. It's all the same now.
And it's like, hang on, I'm just not gonna get that one little fucking thing. It's just a little hamburger, like. But that's when I was a kid. It was like, nah, I'm getting this other fucking packet here with like 20
a whole packet of
pineapples and.
Back in the day when Woolworths was a thing. Do you still have Woolworths?
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's shut down over here ages ago. Do you still have the pick and mix and everything? They had the best pick and mix in Woolworths.
Yeah, in the delis, like they've got. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of shit there now. You can pick like dried apricots. Like there's a whole section of nuts.
Oh right! Wow.
There's like trail mixers. Like
In another universe, Woolworths would have transformed into that. I can't believe it. It was just Lego, kids' clothes that I remember because I just used to go around as a kid. Obviously, this is what I remember.
hang
I
on,
remember
like
the
our Woolies
cafe.
was more like a supermarket, like a grocery store.
There was a supermarket element to it as well, yeah. But I don't remember that because I was just a kid. I'm sure there was, yeah. And then there was the bit where they had the best pick and mix. They had all the American sweets and shit when no one else did, like well before it was a thing.
Some
And they
of
just
our
had
shopping
shit.
like grocery stores now, they've got like juices
No, I don't think they
where
did
there's
that.
just like a whole big fucking like container of oranges and a machine, and you just like stick a bottle underneath it and
I don't
fucking
know.
smash yourself out
No, they
some
had a
juice.
cafe in there though. I used to keep going to that cafe until that place shut as well. So even
Yeah,
when I
that
was like
sounds
older.
like over here that would have Coles and Kmart was like joined, and they used to have like a cafe in the middle of it.
Oh,
In most big cities and towns had a Kmart, and as a part of it, there was a Coles.
okay. With
And
us,
like
it was Sainsbury's. They detached
Kmart was
themselves to
like more
something.
like the like just like homewares and clothes and toys and TVs and like just basically kind of everything, but it was always a bit cheap. Like it would always be okay from Kmart, but it wasn't the cool shit, clothes
Right,
wise
okay,
and stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. But for say like electronics, like it would be the same. Like you would get a Nintendo that like or a Sega, they'd have Sega games and stuff, but say the TVs would be cheap brands.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it just wasn't top shelf shit. But
Just one of those convenience,
everyone
bit
fucking used,
convenient.
yeah, well, it was mid range, and like everyone's shopped at Kmart. Like it's just how it is.
Yeah.
But part of it was Coles, and that was a grocery store. And then I don't know, like maybe mid-90s, they kind of split them, and like
Oh,
they
they always
became
came
like
as a
they
pair
separate.
before. Right.
Yeah, they were all like it was always the one big ass fucking shop, and it was like
Like a
half of it
department
was like
store.
all the like a merchandise shop, and then the other
Yeah.
half was a grocery, and in the middle was like a restaurant cafe thing, and usually all of them, and then they split the whole things, and then now they're like in different buildings, and they're never joined. They're not like they're completely different.
That's
But
interesting.
they were always like we used to go and have like massive, like I'm talking like massive big games of fucking hide and seek in them. Like they like seriously.
Yeah, like a
Straight after
department
school,
store
it's like
attached to a supermarket, though. You're going to be fucking. Yeah.
where you've got like all the aisles of food up one end of it, like and a pretty big shop too, and then like the other end of it's like there's like women's clothes and men's clothes and push bikes and fucking also a gardening section with all plants and
Yeah, like
stuff and
literally.
outside furniture.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we'd go in there like straight after school or like a day off, like a Saturday, and be like, there'd be like 10 of us or something like that. But all right, let's just fucking hide and seek, split up, and like go find the other crew. And it's like on, like you'd be running around for fucking hours.
I had my
It's
first
like-
taste of that as a parent recently, like properly, because my kid's old enough to just go off and do his own thing a bit more now instead of always having him like within eyesight. It's like he's 7 now and pushing 8, so it's like him and his mate were going off in all when we went to the shopping mall recently before Christmas. They were just going crazy all over the place, but we were like, "Fuck it, it's
I
cold
swear I used to just
outside."
do that like from the youngest day. Like my
Yeah,
parents would
that's it. You have done
spin
that
and out,
under
like
the clothes and everything. Yeah, doing all that and
getting called up
hiding.
over the loudspeakers. Or I just remember getting lost heaps as well.
Oh wow, that's the
And
thing.
it's
It's
like
like
everyone would
always
just be
keeping your eye
spinning
on
out, and
them.
it's like I've just like fucked off like over to some other section. Just yeah,
I had a little bit more influence over it up until like this time round. I think is the difference. Now he's his own person.
It's probably because his mate was his mate there.
Yeah, he was with his mate, and he was like,
Yeah.
you know, they've got their own thing. They like got their own personalities. Way more like a grown person rather than someone who's like looking to you for all your guidance and stuff. They've got their own mind more now. You know what I mean? So it's like it was just a completely different experience.
And because the mate's there, so if I can watch this, like
yeah, well, obviously, but that was always happening when they were younger as well, but like different. But this time round, it was like, okay, so I'm dealing with a little person. I mean, there was always been a little person, but it was like a little baby person or a little toddler person or whatever. Now it's like, okay, now I'm getting to know you, and I know what you're. It's so blur. Because I always knew him, and I always knew what he's going to do. You know what I mean? Like potentially what he's after and what he's like not going to want to say or to do. But it's a bit different now. Like you say, his mates there having more like. It's just a bit deeper. Everything's a bit deeper, and they just went off and had adventures and stuff, and it was just funny. Security guard, because at one I was just like, oh my god, like it was ridiculous. It wasn't like they were just feral or anything, but it was just like 3 kids, and at one bit they'd just done our heads in so much that because they'd got to this big bit in the middle, and because it was just this empty bit because we went at the end of the night and there was hardly anyone there. They were doing like TikTok dances or something that I have no idea what they are, but because it was like a big round like auditorium.
Fortnite dances or something.
They were doing some bad dances, over 3 of them and shit. So to the sake of the mall people, that was a bit leery or whatever. So then they were doing my head in a bit. So we sat them down and I gave them, at that point, they got like 10-minute phone to do Duolingo. And then at that point, the security guard was just stood there watching them the whole time. Like just parked right next to him.
So pretty much, I think we were more like, as long as, because none of us was stealing shit. We're all just playing games and stuff. So as long as you weren't really fucking up too bad, like you never got hunted out.
Yeah, in the older days.
If I remember back, it was probably just after a while. Like we might have got to do that for like probably 3 or 4 months, but that would have seemed like fucking a lifetime.
Yeah.
Like doing that every day, and then I think we just would have given them the shits. Like oh fuck, these little cunts running around, fucking. But then we weren't really in the biggest town. Like I don't want to get too doxy, but it was also like a little bit, probably like an older population. So, like on a weekend or a school holiday or something, or even after school, like most of the kids from school were like all hanging in town, or like mucking around, or you lived around the corner from them, or they were like maybe at worst like a half-hour bike ride, you know, where you'd pick up a few along the way.
Yeah.
And like you didn't all hang together because it wasn't like that. Like it
was just for that mission, weren't it? Yeah.
Punch fuck out of and shit, but you knew where everyone would basically live, and just where because just you cruised around town, like you just went fucking everywhere, like on your pushy and
go and hang around in the shopping centre for a bit.
And then that's where like it just gets to the point where you like you're at the shopping centre, like because then that's kind of cool to do for a bit.
You might do the swimming pool for a bit.
Back
in those days on the weekend. Swimming pool.
Yeah, so I don't want to like dox it too, like, but we're also outdoors, so.
Yeah, we weren't that. Well, we were because we had like countryside and stuff that we did access.
Like we used to go like before like sun up, like fishing and stuff like that, and you'd just be gone for like sometimes we'd camp shit like that, like.
But that'd be the trusty people, wouldn't it? Those guys, because you spend all day with them doing shit, so it'd be different.
Yeah, well, like some of them, like you may have like fished or like gone, say, woke up Saturday morning, gone before fucking sun up, and then you were going to spend the night at one of your mates' anyway.
Yeah.
And like so you go and spend the night there and then go do whatever on the sun. And it's like, yeah, you'd come back like Sunday night. It was just like, no fucking biggie. That's just.
Yeah. I've got all that to come. That's going to be weird.
And then usually like a few weeks later, like you'd do it at your place. It was like mix, like swap it up, mix and match. And then like
as
really,
you get older and stuff, like when it was my brother and stuff, it'd be like, it was different. It was definitely happened more with boys. You'd end up with that mate who just stayed at your house for ages. and just stayed there as they got
Yeah.
older and stuff, and they just ended up living there for a bit. And you're like, all right,
Yeah, and then that all of a sudden it's like, yeah, he was like 8. Now the dude's like fucking 18.
yeah.
It's like
All
been
of a
there
sudden,
for,
you're getting like odd blokes who are just like there for a bit.
turns up every morning.
My sister dealt with that a bit more than me because I left and my brother was still only like 18 at that point. So I saw a little bit of it. And then
Well,
he
see, I
moved
had
up
pretty
into
cool
my old
parents.
room.
Yeah.
And then he
Oh, I
could
was gonna
hold
say.
court from the attic then, see.
Oh, so like your brother had like a full different room from like the rest of the
Yeah,
family.
well, he had a little room all the time. And then when I moved out, he then took over the attic. And then he had that whole different, like that floor sort of thing. It was very small. It wasn't like a floor, but it was just another tier and a room on
Yeah, but
top.
once you get older, you can be a bit sneakier when you got something like that. Like,
Yeah, it was a way. Well, my parents will let him do it as well. They like it was like 18, weren't he? So he could do what he wanted. I think he'd already kind of moved out and then moved back in again as well, a little bit. You know, like teen love romance thing. He'd been
see,
that
I
guy
had the
who went and
weekend
lived at someone
party
else's
house
house.
in high school. Like,
Yeah,
pretty much you could guarantee like every second weekend, we had the house to ourselves. Once we got like to a certain age, like,
really,
yeah,
fucking hell.
yeah. It was just how it was. Like,
Yeah,
the parents went away. Like,
you
it
must have
was like
been like
every
trustworthy
second
then.
weekend.
Yeah.
Like, and sometimes I'd go on like the Friday morning and like wouldn't come back till like maybe late Sunday night. So
Wow, all
yeah, like as
weekend
long as everything was
partying.
all cool, it's like you wouldn't see them till the Monday morning probably. Like if they got in late on the Sunday, and like as soon as you'd like hear the car come on the Sunday night, it's like you just fucked off up to your room and just pretended like you had been asleep, so you didn't see them. But yeah, like you could. It
And as
was
if
just
they
pretty
didn't know
cool. Like,
that's what you were doing.
oh, for sure. Like they'd see all the lights. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
but then I
The
also
evidence.
when we moved to a different place, and I had like a granny flat out the back.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, and that was
That was
pretty
my
fucking
dream.
cool.
That was my dream, definitely.
Yeah, that was mad. It had like not in the like the granny flat itself, like attached to it, like a laundry, bathroom, and shower. So that was pretty fucking badass.
Yes.
We ended up
Banging.
moving from that, and
Yeah,
then
I bet
the
you that
next
was a
place,
loss.
yeah, that had like a house above a garage,
Oh,
as
right.
well
Cool.
as like a house down the front. So there's like,
Nice.
well, it wasn't like it was like a workshop.
Yeah.
They used to do actually art and fucking
Studio,
like
innit? Like, yeah, studio flat.
yeah, well they used to do like
Classic
LED,
studio flat.
not LEDs, the glass like where you LED light. So they had like a studio to do all that stuff, and then we turned that
LED
into
light.
bedrooms.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
like LED light windows
Oh, wow.
and like
Cool.
LED light panels and like that churchy stuff. Like
Yeah, like stained glass windows, we call it.
yeah, that's what we probably call it too.
Oh, sweet. Man, I love a good stained glass window. Your parents do that?
Nah, the place that we moved into,
Oh,
they had a
right.
studio above the garage that was for that.
That's so cool. Did you get any pieces done by them while you lived there?
Nah, she was fucking old as fuck.
Oh, no. I love
That's
a
I
good
think
stained
she used to
nice
do all the
window.
Jesus stuff at like churches and shit.
Oh,
Like
did she? Oh, right, okay. Oh,
it was
cool.
like a full on like it wasn't just like a hobby thing. Like
A
yeah,
little
it was
mission I
pretty.
was doing, I was looking at, there was a video I watched, it was like telling you how to get the perfect stained glass window effect out of an AI art generator. It was really interesting. It just showed you how to do that stuff. I'll forward it at some point. It was just like cool to think about how to put the prompt in for that and to get the right luminosity and all that, to get it to look transparent in the right way in an AI is like quite difficult actually. It's quite cool.
I gotta say that house had nice LED light stained glass panels on the front door.
I bet it did. I bet
It did
it felt
have
like a
some fucking
church.
but not as the house that we had before had the same thing. Like I don't know, it's like there's houses here where you've got your front door, and
Yeah.
then either side of your front door, you got like that stained glass windows.
Oh, really?
And our other house used to have that stuff, but like I was the only one that ever like we used to kick our shoes off at the front door, and I kicked my
In
fucking
the
steel-toed
porch.
boots straight through the
Yeah.
fucking thing.
I've seen a few people with that, but it isn't common. It's just a, you know.
Well,
So-
I had to get it fixed up because I'd like it was fully my fuck up. Just like kicked my fucking boot through this window.
Oh shit!
I was like, I remember getting it fixed, and like it was hard to get it fixed. Like,
I bet it was. Yeah.
yeah, like they just like bodgy it up, and I was just like, oh no, like I'm the fucking bad son now. Like,
I'm the
fuck
monkey
me.
Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think our window was the first place was better than the actual person. Then yeah, fucking 10 years later or so, we moved into another place, and that's where it had that studio.
Mm. Wow. I love a bit of stained glass though, man.
But looking back, that wasn't even like I've got different parents, so that wasn't even the parents where I was let to go loose. I would have been fucking absolutely off tap with those living situations with the parents that let me go loose.
Well, that's what I was just thinking. Yeah, with the studio, like
that wasn't the party house like every other
you'd have
weekend.
been on fucking smack by now, wouldn't you? If you'd have been left
Probably.
to your own devices at school and having one of them, a studio flat above a fucking garage right at the end of the garden, miles away from anyone.
Pretty comfortable saying fucking if I would have grown up where I was born, I would be a fucking 100% knucklehead today.
Really?
If I was still even fucking breathing. Yeah, I just know what I'm like. Like I'm a fucking
exactly.
idiot.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't mean that to be too agreeable with what you're saying. I don't mean it like, oh, I know what you're like as well. I mean it. No, I know what it's like knowing what yourself is like. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, no, we moved to a pretty chill spot, like when we were pretty young. Which,
yeah,
fucking awesome.
Wow.
Basically, it's like would have been like living in. I was born like in the middle of in a city sort of shit.
Yeah, big contrast
Yeah,
then.
it's like either living in the city or like moving out to the fucking country. It's like you're 1,000% different. Like, especially like back in the day. Maybe not so much now, where everything's online.
No, I think it probably even more so now, wouldn't it? Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Like
it's
you couldn't get, you just couldn't even get amongst. You didn't know unless you went to the city, sort of shit. Like,
true.
Now it's all a little bit more connected, and
You're
even getting to them, it's like, fuck, it's only like an hour drive now. Like it was 4.5.
So I'm assuming fishing
you
trip.
know what I mean? Like,
you know, when you did your big fishing trips and stuff, that was when you were living in the country, right?
oh, not really. No,
really?
No. You
can in the city.
Different spots, yeah. When we were growing up, that was out of the city. Like, yeah, those ones where you just go camping and stuff. But
yeah,
no, going on other fishing trips, like they just take you an extra few hours to drive. Like, but you got cars, so it's all good.
I remember you telling me about the water outlet pipe, so that can't have been too far away from civilization.
No, they were only like probably half-hour drive from home. You just go hit those and just drive home after a few hours.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, for a bit of a warm-up by the pipe.
Other ones would be like, say, family from different areas might come and stay.
Yeah,
and it's like, all right, we'll just go and fucking camp over here, and we'll camp there for a couple of days, and it's like they're from fucking hours and hours away, but it's only like half hour up the road for, say, me or.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was always pretty cool.
Ah. No, interesting.
Still
I was just
never
thinking if you were in
good fish.
If you're in the countryside though, and you're doing all these countryside pursuits potentially, like you were saying about technology and stuff now, maybe that would be the benefit of being in the countryside, is having access to that. But how many people are actually doing that now because they've all got this?
Well, probably, but even like I meant like just buying stuff, like you'd be out like it used to be like almost a little bit of a disadvantage. Like you couldn't get the cool shit.
No, you couldn't get fuck all, yeah.
Like you just had fuck all. Yeah, there was no choices, but now you can just jump online and just get it sent to you.
My mum's in that sort of level of countryside, and like a Dorsham level of countryside. And it's just like, you've just got to get it from the local shop or not at all. And if they ain't got it in or they don't want to stock it, then you've got to go online. Because it's my mum and all her cronies, it's like they're all older, so they can go to the shop.
See, now you'd be able to do like like a U Foods or something like that. Like they'd drive like fucking pretty much anywhere, I'd say here, other than like out to the deserts and bush and shit. They'd go at least 3 or 4 hours out of the cities, which would cover like a pretty good chunk. Like you'd be able to get like those meal delivery services.
4 hours
like,
out of
not
the city.
Uber Eats or anything like that, but I reckon
some sort of way stations along the way, or what is it?
No, they just pack it. Like they pack it either. It all comes like cold.
I suppose if there's going to be like some sort of freight going over that way anyway, they can deliver it in their own delivery style rather than
you just get chucked on the track with something else. And
I was just thinking, what delivery driver's going to drive for 4 hours to drop off a fucking kebab to someone? And then I thought, no.
Well, they'll line it up with something heading that way, so it's like he maybe drops something off 2 hours out, and then he keeps going for this other joint. Or you've just paid the postage. Like you may not get free express delivery, but you would be able to get it.
Yeah, get it through the post.
Like it may be $20 on top. Like you just have to pay your postage, and it's gonna come. So even out in those buttfuck Idaho places, like there's still mail. Like Like I remember, I don't think it ever changed back, but in COVID, our mail changed, and I'm not that fucking far like out of civilization. Like our mail changed to every other day, where it was like over a fortnight. Like we used to get it every day. Like that's just how that is.
It was the same.
It changed to over a 2-week period. You'd get it like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then the next week you got it Tuesday, Tuesday, Thursday, something.
It used to be twice a day. You used to get it in the morning and the evening post, because if you wanted to, because I remember one time I had to intercept the post to try and stop, like it was something about a detention or something coming. I remember, and I don't know if I actually succeeded in doing so or not, or if they found out anyway, or maybe I told them about it later actually when I got older. But I remember standing there and like waiting, like day in, day out, to wait for this post to come, and I think it did come, but I can't be 100% sure.
Yeah, no, I've never fucking. I don't remember intercepting. I used to have some shit reports.
Yeah,
I had some pretty good ones, but then I think they were onto it too, where you had to bring it home sealed and shit.
No, well, this one got sent through the post or something. Something got sent through the post. I remember standing there and it was like some school thing. Maybe it was a report or something. And I remember just like going like every night or whatever it was for however long it was to.
I do remember the very first time I got caught smoking at school, and I got fucked on. And luckily not as bad. Like if I would have got suspended, I would have got like completely fucked on. Like kicked in the ass, fucking that would have been early high school, so probably even punched in the mouth. Like fucking who knows how bad that would have went down. But I remember the very first, like I didn't get the suspension. I just got like, we used to have detentions. Lunch. We had lunch detentions, but we also had weekly afternoon detentions.
Oh really? They were in the evening. Well, they were after school. Yeah, after school detention.
Yeah, you'd have to hang back for an hour. But
if you were on report, you'd be on it every week or something, or every day or something, wouldn't you, for like a week?
Well, you just get like a bunch I never got of them. It'd be like, say, you could get just randomly fucked on and just like cop one.
That was what happened to me every time I got one.
If you missed a detention, like if you missed a lunch detention, you got an Arvo the next week.
I think that's what it was.
And
I think that's
like
what
that.
It was.
But then also there was things where if you got like, there was different levels. So if you got put on a level 1, it was like there was like a set punch. You got like two lunch detentions and an Arvo. And then if you got put on level 2, you might get fucking 10 detentions and 6 Arvos. But yeah, you could like some of them got pretty heavy. Like
I never
fuck,
even
I
saw
remember
any of
spending
that.
like most of a term in detentions.
That's probably the same as report, where it'd get like worse and worse until like you'd have to report in. You know, you'd have to be in every dinner time or whatever in the library.
Yeah,
Or
well, ours were at lunch. Like, so you only got like 5 minutes at the end of lunch. They let you out, and then
yeah,
that was really just to go to the next. Like, yeah, you had to fucking get out of there. Like,
and you'd
but
have
yeah,
like a
the
chaperone and
first
shit
one I got like
sometimes.
I had all arvos, but also a level, which meant I had to get it fucking signed. And I
Oh
thought, like,
wow!
fucking
I
done all
never
the
got to that
arvos
level.
and never told me parents, and like
Yes,
fully
that's
fucking
it.
got
Trying
away
to
with that. It
intercept
was
that
just like,
one.
you beauty, like.
Yeah, and they
But
didn't find
my
out.
sisters, they went to a different school, like, and theirs was even harsher. Like, they had the fucking lunch detentions and arvos, and they had Saturdays where that was a 4 hour fucker.
No.
It
No,
was
they
like
wouldn't do that at our school. No teacher would be asked to come in on a Saturday. They'd have had to really,
Well,
struggle to
this
get
was
someone
like
in to
a
come in on a
Catholic
Saturday.
school, so they probably just dragged some of the fucking nuns down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Captive
But it was
audience.
like
Fuck.
8 till 12.
Fuck.
Yeah,
And then
on a
Sunday school on
Saturday.
Sunday as well. Otherwise, you're in fucking detention again. So
Yeah,
you're in there
you
every
start your
fucking
whole
day.
fucking week off fucked if you miss that one. Like,
Jesus.
but
I bet
yeah,
it
I
was
never
interesting
went to
being
that.
taught by nuns, though. That'd be interesting, I think.
Yeah.
I've never really dealt with many nuns in my life. I think there was one. There was one who was in some part of a community project once that came with some people once, and she seemed like so much more normal than she looked. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, luckily I never went to any of those fucking Catholic schools.
Mm.
I went to that was a pretty strict public school I went to that had the arvo detentions. That wasn't the norm. Like there was no other schools in our area that had that shit.
Oh, really?
Nah, like they were just cunts. Like,
Yeah. I remember you reminded me that the reason I was trying to intercept that was because I'd missed the detention. That was it. I'd missed like my first ever detention because I just didn't want to go. I just didn't go. But I didn't. I don't think my parents even knew about the first detention. For some reason, they didn't find out. I don't know why. And then, I intercepted that second detention thing. I never went to it, and they never said anything. It's so weird. I think your phone's gone black, or I've bored you to death with my detention.
oh no, the phone went dead. No,
Did
there
you
we go.
watch that thing with? I know you didn't, did you? With thingy, because he used to say, "I'm on probation." Ideal with Johnny Vegas. It's like we're in detention.
Nah.
Yeah. Okay.
But the Arvos they were fucked because you missed all your buses. And like I was like I had to catch a bus like to
Yeah,
and from.
shit.
So you were totally fucked. And like that's where
Yeah.
you had to kind of always own up to your parents
You'd
because
have to, wouldn't you? Yeah.
you were fucked. But luckily, like there was mates that had copped them as well. Like a whole bunch of us got busted. So I just got a lift home fucking with random mates.
Yeah. Just keep your nose clean for another time. God. It was funny, the few ones that I went to, because I went to two different schools, and the ones that I never went to one in the first school. I only ever got that one, and I just avoided it and then never went. And then in the second school, I think I had it a few times. Sometimes we wagged them, but sometimes we just went, and they would always be in the afternoon, like just after school had finished. And they were hilarious. They were great fun. And I was like, why is this like meant to be some kind of like punishment? It'd be like you'd be sat in there, there'd be some teacher who just couldn't give a shit, and then there'd be like just kids messing about and winding the teacher up. Never me, I would just be watching, and it was so funny to watch. You know what I
I
mean?
was
It was
gonna
like
say
great
yours sounds like the
entertainment.
fucking Breakfast Club.
Yeah, it was like the Breakfast Club. Yeah,
Like,
definitely. Just honestly, the best one I ever saw was that kid with the elastic band on the chair,
nah,
the twang
ours was
twang.
fucked. And because like it was all mixed years, so like fucking I do remember like there was a couple of them where like there was dickheads in the actual, like, who were detentioned as well. And
Mm.
because you
Oh, so
all
it
got
caused
out at,
trouble.
yeah, well, that's it. And because he's all got let out at the same time.
Shit.
And it was like, oh, fuck, like, hang on, like, we were going to fucking punch cunt out of each other. And it's like, now we're fully here after school.
What a stupid
And
thing
it's
to
like,
do, yeah. What a
now
fucking
there's like
stupid
no
thing to do.
buses, like fuck all people around. And it's like, normally if you didn't want to
What
fucking fight,
thing.
you could just like the bus section was massive. There'd be hundreds of kids there.
But there were some
Plus
fights in them
everyone
bus
else on there,
stations.
but well, even just up the road, like, but there was still heaps of people around.
Right,
Like
okay.
once you got out, like after an hour later, like the whole
Yeah.
fucking place is just dead.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh no, like fucking this cunt's a psycho. Like,
yeah,
I'm
they didn't
fucked,
think
like,
that one through, did they? Much.
nah, and because it's always the knuckleheads who are always getting detention. Like,
yeah, I can imagine. Like, I didn't even have
but
bad ones.
sometimes
It was just fucking
there'd
funny
just be
when we
some
went.
random kid that'd just cop one that's like, oh, he's gonna get fucked on after
But when
school,
you think
like,
about that, yeah, how ridiculous is that? Putting all the kids together. Some have done some like kind of cheeky little things. Some have been actual psychos. We'll put them all
yeah,
together and leave them to go home together when there's no buses.
yeah,
Fuck
and
hell.
well, there would be people in the room.
Well,
But
yeah,
like,
but it's still,
once he's
then at
got
the
let
end,
out, and because
like
the
you
fucking
say.
school was massive, it was like a 15-minute walk across the school,
Mm.
and it's like yous are all together, and they're just like, I'm gonna fucking smash you when we get out the front, cunt, like.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah,
It's just
exactly.
like, and there's nobody else around, like, you know
I
what
bet
I mean?
they
Like,
still
you
do
can't
that
just,
shit as well.
well, probably.
There's
Yeah,
no
it's all
reason
still
for.
there. Like,
But it's
I don't
pointless,
know.
isn't it? When you think about it, you just literally introducing people to that way of being if they're not, you know what I mean? Because half of your kids aren't going to be that psycho in a detention. They just done something or been a bit cheeky, you know what I mean? Like nothing. And then it's
Yeah,
like
well, that was a
you've got
pretty
that.
fucking hectic fucking. Like,
Yeah.
I only went there for a couple of years, but I went there as a knucklehead, and it was just like, oh,
Oh
fucking these
wow.
cunts are eye openers. Like, fuck,
Were you
mate.
in with
Like,
them?
it's like, fucking these bros are a bit different. Like, yeah, like I hadn't gone to school all the way through there in that
Yeah.
area. Like, I ended up like living there for the next 20 years, and like, yeah, knew heaps of people. But at the time, I just sort of turned up mid high school.
Yeah.
And it was like every cunt had known it, like in that, like they'd all known each other since like forever and all through primary school. And
Oh wow.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like it was a pretty close knit kind of area, but I hadn't grown up there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And I'd come, like I was a little bit of a knucklehead, and it was because it was a stricter school, like, and yeah, like people, like family lived in the area, and it was like, okay, so yeah, this school will fucking do something.
Yeah, sort you out a bit, and it did.
Into the dojo.
Straight into the dojo, yeah. Where we just use different words to do the same shit.
Yeah. I can still remember like some little cunt smart ass little brother. It was just like, oh, get fucked. Like, I'm gonna fucking break this cunt's fucking neck. Like, and then like next, like he's just like jabbed me just straight in the fucking face, like not in the mouth on, like I didn't bleed, but just like straight in the face, like just jabbed me. It was just like, oh, get fucked. Like it's on, like smashed him. And then like all these like, I don't know, they were probably 3 years older in high school, like years up. And that was his brother's year. And it was
Yeah,
just like,
shit,
oh
mate.
no, like fuck me, like they're big cunts. Like,
You learn quick.
yeah, that was all good. Actually, that was pretty much broken up, but it went for a while after. It was like dodge that fuck out of their older brothers and shit.
The weird schoolyard politics. It's like I say, it's just the dojo again, isn't it? It's the same shit. Fucking hell.
Well, I think they clicked that his little brother was a smart cunt too. Like,
yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, definitely. That's it. It depends, doesn't it, on the situation with the schools and stuff like. And depends
this will
on
probably dox me, but they were fucking. They were like, one was white and one was black.
Yeah.
Like, and you didn't know, and so I had no idea that like one was one's brother.
Oh
and it was just
right.
like, oh fuck, like okay, like damn, like.
That was a
Yeah, I've
surprise.
actually grown up in a couple of areas with brothers like that, eh? And one with twin brothers. Like, everyone thought they were fucking fully adopted or something, but no, it all turned out like they were proper twins.
That's crazy. What, one was
Yeah.
black and one was white?
Yeah. Yeah.
Twins. Was one
I don't know.
albino or one was white?
No, not albino. Not albino.
No,
just
I've
like,
met a couple of albino
just
black
fully
people.
pat. The other one wasn't like
One was
super
female,
like
one was male.
African floating teeth at night stuff. Like, they were like maybe just a bit caramel. Like,
Yeah, just a bit darker skin, but it's just interesting, isn't it? Yeah. And they were
yeah,
twin
but
brothers. That's cool.
yeah, these other, like the one where the older one was darker, they were different, like maybe same mother, different father, or even different mother,
Okay, yeah.
same
So it's
father. I think it
a
was
bit
different mother, same father.
Ah,
And the little fucking, yeah, and I had no idea in this fucking, yeah. Like, I wasn't punching cunt out of a little black dude. I was punching fuck out of his little white brother.
oh, it didn't really matter what colour they were. If they were a little and annoying, they were a little and annoying.
That's why it doesn't worry me, that stuff. Like, I've gone to school, like, I grew up with, like, in an area where it was, like, wasn't even 50-50. It was, like, we were outnumbered. Like, I'm light-skinned, so I was outnumbered. That's just how it was. Like, yeah. So
Oh, no, I
didn't
think it
even
was just like a bit of an equal mix, I think, because they still had like quite a quotient to be from the local area, and that local area was like it was just very white. So I wasn't in that local area though.
No, well, even like where I was like even younger was like, that was multicultural, where it was like everyone was something different.
Exactly,
But
that's what it was at ours. Everyone just
in
had
my
a different
class,
mix.
like I was probably the only Australian kid.
Wow.
But there was probably like a couple of Vietnamese, a couple of Philos, a couple of Yugoslavians, a couple of Germans, you know, a Czech kid.
That's what you want at school. That's what you want. My kid goes to like a really multicultural school, and it's just like, it's because it's all about learning about each other. So the best thing is to get that from people who've got different families from different places. Cast your net wider, innit?
Well, then I've also like gone to like lived and gone to school in areas where it's all Aboriginal. And it'd be like maybe like 70-30, and like at least 70-30 at school.
And what was that like? Because kids aren't as judgmental, are they? Well, they can be. It depends what the culture's like in the place.
Well, you can't be when there's like, you're like, there's.
Well, on both sides, you know what I mean? On both sides.
Out of 30 kids in the class, there was probably like 15 to 20 Aboriginal.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more. Like, they'd chop and change a lot too, and they'd move around and shit. But yeah, like core families, like where, yeah, they'd have like 3 or 4 younger there'd be brothers and sisters, and just all through the years.
Mm-hmm.
Half a dozen, probably, and that would be spread across like half a dozen families. Just like,
again, though, if that's the area, that's what you want to be part of the area, innit? It's like,
oh, that's just how. Yeah, it's no choice. Like, that's,
if you've got to live together, you've got to live together, and that's it.
Yeah, and it's all fine. Like,
but like what I'm saying is, like with kids, it's interesting, isn't it? Because kids will grow up together and they won't even think about it. Won't even think about any of that. And it's just when the cultures start sort of colliding from them getting their own mind or being influenced around the outside or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm, like, I think also too, because like I didn't know about anything. Like, so I've just got kind of thrown into it and didn't know any different, really. Like,
yeah.
Other than they're fucking way different and like they smell and stuff. So it's like they've got shit clothes and stuff.
Well, I think they say the same about you. Do you know what I mean?
Realize
you smell different.
Probably, but then I was also not looking back, thinking like, well, they had fuck all. Like, that's how you kind of, that's how you would judge them. It's like they've got different shorts and shoes and
exactly, yeah, totally. Like, well, that with any different group,
like, they get like I don't know. This was sort of before they kind of really got a lot of handouts and given a lot of free shit. 'Cause they just got fuck all. Like
Yeah, man. It's got
really,
fucked
like
up,
if they were on like Centrelink, like they were on Centrelink, like which is the welfare.
Oh right, okay.
There was nothing particularly special, but then it's say towards the end of the 80s, 90s, that all just started to change, and it's like they were kind of getting like a little bit extra, and there was more
Yeah.
programs around helping them in the community, and they could get like free school uniforms. And,
Yeah, to be like to make up for all the shit.
yeah, so it's like whereas
Try
like
and
at
make
the
up for all
start
that
of
shit.
primary school, like say they couldn't just get like free jumpers and shirts and shit, they'd have like mad ratty stuff.
Yeah,
Towards the
that's
end,
it.
they'd just be able to walk in and grab a free one,
Yeah, man, that's.
and you'd be like, oh, fucking hang on, like
Imagine that. Like
they're
you just never
$30,
ever.
like, and it
Yeah,
kind of gets held. It still gets held against them to this day, where
it's ridiculous.
like everyone's like, oh, they just get given all this free shit, and or they get out of loans and stuff, and it's like if they make a payment, they can then just default, and then they
Yeah,
can
but
claim Aboriginal, and it's like you can do fuck all about it.
because people took too much, they went too far. They had to fucking destroy a
Well,
set
yeah,
of people. Like,
that's what I meant. Like these were just designed to try to get them back up.
yeah, exactly. So that's
But
what I
they
mean. It's
still
like if you
hold them.
fucking had
They
to
still hold them
destroy
against it. It's like,
in the first
yeah.
place. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Then they wouldn't have had to be
cunts
that.
do, like not people that have sort of seen.
I bet it
both
changes
sides of
over
it.
time. Oh, but there's also, I mean, it's like agendas, isn't it? People whip it up whenever they want. It's like it's always good to have that trigger word to set off the populace one way or another if you want to distract or do any of that shit, you know.
The common one here was how they used to get out of loans or emergent, like accommodation. Like they get given houses pretty quick and easy. Whereas like normally you might be on the list for ages to get any sort of like anything if you weren't going to buy one. But they could just get one, trash it, and then get given another one. Like,
but then you'd hear about like one or like a few incidents of that happening, and it'd just be like spun out of all proportion by these fucking idiots who were like making
and
like
now
war
it's a
pigs, aren't they?
stereotype
Just
that they
making
get
shit.
given houses because they just trash them.
Yeah, that's just how this shit goes, and it's humans. Like, was it you who was telling me about that set of monkeys that's been warring against the whole of the set of monkeys for years and years, and it's like this tribe somewhere, and it's like this whole fucking. Someone was telling me about it. It's like,
I was
it's
telling
like
you about the fucking trees that are punching on with the monkeys. But not
yeah,
about...
no, well, it's monkeys against monkeys, this one, and apparently it's been going on for generations, and it's just these like tribal fucking war between these two sets of monkeys somewhere. I'll have to research it and watch it on a stream sometime.
Is that like not that town where like it's like a ghost city and it's overrun by monkeys?
No, I don't think so.
Like one of those Peru fucking up in one of those mountains where it's like some ghost fucking village.
I think I know the
And
video.
the whole thing's just like overrun with monkeys. Like there's just millions of them. But I think there's like some little height, like they could have a little setup going there where it's like almost like, like this is their fucking temple. Like,
yes, I think I've seen something about this temple that they've taken over. Yes, I think that's something about. I think that's
you got those ones in Thailand that like they take all your shit.
Yeah.
Like in the monkey forest, like you fucking. They're the last place you go, man. You just like get fucking robbed.
Oh, you cheeky monkey! I know.
They do.
That's why they get called cheeky monkeys.
Shit. And they sit there and you can get it back. Like you can buy it back. And,
really?
it's a full fucking scam. Like
that's amazing.
Like
that just shows you, doesn't it? It shows you the mentality that we've got as well. That's like the drives. You know what I mean? It's like that's mine. I want that. You know what I mean?
Well,
I'm going to take that. I'm going to sell that
the
back to that
monkeys
person.
are like all over it because like they do that in the like they'll come down and just like start going through all your shit.
Yeah.
And because they're fucking everywhere, like like they do. Like if you put all your like food and water bottles down, like it's gone. Like a couple of monkeys will just come running out of a tree and just start raiding all your shit.
Serves you right for going into their trees, isn't it? That's what it's like for them. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, they're like, well, this is here, like it's fucking fuck off, like. But you can't really do like, what are you gonna do? Like, sure, they just like they look all friendly till the teeth come out,
Oof.
and then you just got like a little monkey just like
Oh.
going through your handbag, but
You just don't take your handbag in with the monkeys, do you?
well, sometimes they're a bit quick, like just because you maybe not even near the monkey forest yet, and it's
Oh,
just
right.
like they are kind of around, like not here, but you know what I'm saying, like in Thailand and other places I've been, like in Bali they're fucking bad. They're pets there, and I swear like they use them, and they just like a dude will have like a whole pack of monkeys, and he'll just like send them out, and they'll just like go and steal as much shit as they
I
can,
bet.
and then he'll come back and like fucking sell it to you. You're like, oh, I did that monkey, and he'll like try to get it for you. He would like chase the monkey for fucking half an hour,
And then you
and
give
then
him a
like
tip, yeah.
yeah, then you like he gets it, like he fucking whistles it down, and the fucking thing comes running over to it and gives you your watch, and
Wow.
yeah, next level shit. Like those
There's
little
the war
monkeys,
pigs.
like the little monkey in that fucking Hangover movie, where they're just like full little personality plus cheeky fuckers, like, and they fully know what they're doing. Like they know they're going through all your shit.
Well, that's the energy, isn't it? And I'd be interested to see if that, like when you were saying that thing about that war against the animals and the plants, it's interesting to look at it from that two-sided thing, because it's like, okay, so you're putting all animals together, which means there's going to be some like interesting traits that are sort of all coming out in that, just that whole side of life in the fauna side. And if that's the case, then it'd give you a bit of an for me, that impression of what the Gaian personality actually is, the drives and the energy that comes with it. It's not all sweetness and light, you know what I mean? There's a lot of grabbiness, there's a lot of mine, and there's a lot of stamping on shit, throwing shit on each other. But that maybe that's just because I'm a monkey, and it comes through that because that's what monkeys do. The hamster might not do that.
Yeah. Or
Just
a fucking
interesting.
majestic steed. It doesn't
Exactly,
really
a majestic, a unicorn.
Majestic steeds don't really throw their own shit.
Well, they've only got hooves. They might just, they might like trot up some shit into someone's face, and they fart in your face though, don't they? The majestic steeds.
Yeah, and they kick like a bitch.
Yeah, man, and they are not above getting some shit and then like kicking it in someone's face or something. I bet it's never happened to me, but I bet it would. I bet they would. Some of them.
Hey, I'm a majestic steed.
Yeah, like eat my
Isn't
shit.
that out of Shrek?
Oh yeah, possibly. Yeah, the donkey. Yeah.
I think, yeah, she called me a steed. I'm a steed.
Oh mate, there's so many parallels. When they were saying, I just saw one of them that I was going to react to, where they were like, it was like, oh, she said that I made her laugh and all that. It's that same thing. Like she called me a steed.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about these other fucking idiots. They're looking like fucking idiots now.
No, I'm not. I'm just laughing at it, mate.
You know, a good 6 months ago, like, and if you kind of would have stayed silent, like, they were going to be hard pressed to not look like they were going to come out golden. But nah, they just look like that. I don't know, that call. Whoever made up the call, I think it was you. They got to play the victim now. It's like that's just so fucking draining and not a good position for three blokes in the locker room.
No, pretending that they were all about female empowerment and all the rest of it, and the fucking LGBTQ community. Like, okay, mate. Okay. Well, they kept saying as well, oh, we've got it all. Look at her channel. It's like, go on then, look at my channel.
Yeah, see, they keep popping off at fucking Albo and all the others too. Like,
and
like
all sorts of shit.
Everyone saw straight through their bullshit, and then like they're the last ones. Like Ricardo needs tagged in because they'll just be like, dude, like you were paneling with us fucking 12 months ago, laughing at these guys.
Exactly. It just shows you. It just shows you how much they're trying to just quickly rewrite. It's the quick rewrite because they've only got a handful of people who've even followed this story all the way through. Nobody fucking cares. Nobody fucking knows. Do you know what I mean? Like, and why would you? So like, they
Well,
just
like you just got to take comfort in that it's really only the soft-headed ones that are fucking sitting there just lapping it up.
Exactly the ones who were there all the way through. Because the ones who are new coming in, that's like they're just like fucking coming in. They don't know. You know what I mean? They're not soft-headed or anything. They're just watching this whole thing, going, "What the fuck is this?" Like,
true. And look, that's what I meant. Like, and a lot of the older heads, like, can see that they're fucking idiot dickheads. Like,
yeah, there's a few
carrying on with
soft-headed
shit that's
ones.
just gone like way too far. And
yeah, there's a few, but like that, we only us,
like
only
maybe
we know
they haven't
them.
made videos and content about it, but like
Exactly.
they have fucking seen it and shit. It's like,
of course. And you've got your shit stirrers who want to make it more funny as well. So you know, like your good self.
oh, I'll stir it around.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like to make it, keep it fresh and all that. But yeah, if I'd have stayed silent, I wasn't ever going to stay silent. You know what I mean? If I was going to stay silent.
Too. Like, it's not to keep it fresh, but to fucking
how
drag
can you
it
keep
out
this
every
shit
now
fresh?
and then. It's like, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I
I
could
don't
probably
know
be
though.
taken out of context and stuff. Like,
I think with you though, you've created that like the third space, and they've never been able to shut that down. So it's like those contacts that could be formed have been formed, and the ones that could have happened have noticeably not happened in this space, and that speaks volumes to me. Whereas like with Dean and
it's
Albert
not
and all
just
those other
yourself, but
people,
it's like I generally don't trade off the back of
I
my
know.
conversations with someone else to somebody else. Like, I may have the same conversation with them, but it's not like, oh, they said that fucking, what do you think about it? Like, mixing it all up and shit stirring that
it was
way.
the whole like going and reporting on shit, and most
I'll
of the time
kind of
shit that
jump in
never
and just
happened.
like shit stirring, like,
Yeah.
Well, this would be a classic one because it's pretty obvious, but say Ricardo streams, I'll jump in and play with him, but I'm trying to like upset him and Evil and Nuben and whoever else is hanging around, and make him do, like, if he's playing a game, we'll fucking stop playing this and do a panel. Or
I know, but that's the thing. That's when I got pissed off because at that time he just wanted
that's
feeding.
my sort of level of shit stirring. Like,
yeah, exactly. So you've got all sorts of people doing all sorts of little things all the time.
but that's a hell of a lot different than going in and just like stirring up the dry, talking
Oh
shit
God,
about everyone.
yeah. Sorry, I didn't want to make it sound like a negative thing.
No. I'm just saying, like, there's a little bit of an art to it. Like,
yeah, no, they're totally,
it's a delicate
mate.
balance. Like, people get pissed off real quick. Like,
100%. No, totally. I totally appreciate the artistry that goes on in this place with some of these people.
If anything, like, I have been kind of like, we mentioned him again, like, but grateful to kind of like Dean, like, he's seen that a little bit in the last bit and doesn't let you get blocked, and fucking he's keep that way more open.
Yeah,
still got
exactly.
some soft-headed cunts hanging around there, but
there's still, it's like whatever, but like
just think of like probably his more as like a weekly channel with like the same show over the like, you might get this on a Monday, but you'll get that the next Monday. And then what you get on the Tuesday, you'll get the next Tuesday.
But the amount of vitriol. I mean, I used to accuse Dean of like, you know, going in on Evil, which he did, and he was obsessive at some times and stuff a bit, you know. But then we all were, you know, we were focused on our quarry at the time, whichever it was, like me with Albert and Dean or whatever. You know, we all had our thing.
Yeah.
But like,
you were also probably a bit closer to Evil at the time, so it was like maybe a little bit of an attack on a friend, where it's like.
Yeah, exactly. I was really defensive over him.
You're going to attack my friend. Like,
it wasn't just Evil though. It was like the whole thing felt like it was being under attack, but it wasn't. It was just that like it felt like that's part of that fantasy thing. A little bit like the whole thing felt like it was under attack. Like all of the critical thinking all of a sudden, but it wasn't, because honestly, you look at Dean and you're like, fucking hell, yes, he did that, but he'd do it for a bit and then he'd move on to something else. For a bit, but they'd go back to it like the next day. Don't get me wrong, he would never leave it. He was like a fucking dog with a bone. Do you know what I mean? Like, fucking hell. But like, and he was just as bad as them at some level for like going on with the same shit, right? But no, nowhere near as bad as them, because they blasted through his record, shit all over it, lapped it a million times, took it down some right fucking levels of just.
Well, Andy
not-
sort of owned it a little bit too, where he was like, yeah, I fucked up. We've all fucked up, fucking.
Yeah.
And
And then
like,
afterwards, we've
look,
had like
we're
conversations.
not fucking kids. Yeah, like I'll jump on and let's have a chat. Let's
yeah,
not
we can have
fucking yell,
actual conversations, and
I
like,
didn't like where you said this about fucking calling up mine. Like,
yeah,
and
it just shows you as well
need
when
to-
they're reacting to how, like, when they're going, oh yeah, she supports all these people, like being like that, and you just
see,
like,
the main one for me was like,
because we've
really
had a
like
conversation.
when the photos sort of changed. It was like, okay, like there we go, like now that's a new season, like when
What
you've had
photos?
each other's photos as avatars.
Oh yeah, that was it. That was the end of first
Even
season
though I
one.
was convinced yours was fucking flat Earth, looking at a fucking
No, there was a
game of
story attached to
tic-tac-toe.
that. That was like, he'd done a stream, and it was when he first turned on me, because to me, I felt, because of Evil, and it was when all that stuff to do with Lewis was happening, about Lewis being cross-eyed, and he started on me being cross-eyed in my picture, which was
And
fine.
he's like gone right up to the screen.
Yeah, and it was really funny, right? So I took a photo of it and had that as my picture. It was a joke, do you know what I mean? And then it just got blown into this, them clutching their pearls, and that was the thing with Dean. It was like, after all that and all the shit that you've done and said, and all the fucking, if you don't want to play with the big boys, don't come and play with the big boys, and you're gonna cry and pull your fucking pearls up about that. But anyway, it was never gonna go anywhere. It was just stalemate. So I ended up. What happened was, he started really going in on Harr, and I was like, either way. And I was like, this is a good out for me. I could use this one as a good out. I could just be like, which is the truth. It was all true. Just like, it's got to that point now where I can leave this picture behind, because now if it's going to go down this territory of like ousting people, when there's still victims around of these supposed crimes and things that have happened, and their names are getting dragged into this thing. If it's all true, if it's not true, either way, it's a nasty fucking thing. And I just was like, and now it's time to leave that picture behind. And also, I'd been thinking about changing it for ages anyway. And that was the start of it, wasn't it? Then after that, I kind of fucked him about for a bit, and he was fucking me about for a bit, and then came together at yours. And that's my point of my Jackanory story, is that, yeah, you might slag it off and whatever, and also you might not think there's anything fresh coming from your streams, but just the place that it is, I think, does bring freshness.
Yeah, it's cool.
It changed everything, you know what I mean? It changed the season, didn't it?
Yes, I've promised Ricardo, not Ricardo, fucking fuck.
Oh, you
Well,
too,
no,
you're in the fucking...
I did promise him a
army.
fucking... I did promise him a fucking safe space, but Lewis, when I was talking shit to him today, I was like, he's like, are you gonna fucking unblock me and let me come on stream, fucking meth puss?
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
I'm like, yeah, you can come on, man. Like, I'll even give you your safe space, like the dealio everyone
I'd be well
gets.
up for that. Karaoke at yours then, with Lewis at your hosting.
Well, I don't know. He's probably just going to turn up and fucking cut sick. I don't know.
No, he has to do it in song form.
Come on and sing me a ballad.
Sing you a hateful tune. That's what he must do.
Some Cannibal Corpse or something.
Sing you something like a Disney song, but with like the words changed, so it was like really, really, really horrible.
But that's the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail that's in the on this stream.
I saw, yeah, that's cool, mate. I'm fucking jazzed. I'm jazzed.
He didn't do it. That's not. He's like, I must have hit the wrong button. First.
Oh, come on, Lewis. It might be Bob that did it while he was asleep.
I got called out because I said I've got dude, thanks for liking and subscribing the other day. And he's like, fuck off, cunt. I didn't fucking subscribe. And I'm like, no, you fucking did. I got a notification.
Was it definitely his channel though, or was it like an old?
It is, yeah. You click it and it goes to the fucking 5K sub. And then he's like, nah, fuck off. I didn't do it. And why would I subscribe to your channel? And I'm like, dude, I've just literally just gone and double checked, like it's still there, and I'm like, I'll take a screenshot, and I'll like.
I'm good. I missed
like,
that part of things. I was asleep during that bit.
And then there was some other cunt in the fucking chat was like, "Oh fuck off! Like, just jump on stream and fucking show us now. Like, you're full of shit." And I'm like, "Hang on, I'll go fucking put it as a thumbnail." Like, and then, then set that stream up as, and that was the thumbnail.
Right. Yeah.
And then I still sat there like for fucking next hour, like 4 or 5 hours with Lewis and then Ricardo's. Like,
Right.
that's what the thumbnail was. So,
Oh,
and then he's saying that, and he's like, "Well, I think I must, or maybe I've hit that as a mistake." It's like, oh, it's cool, bro. Like, doesn't matter. Like,
no, I
but
think it's cool. Very
don't
cool.
unsubscribe. Like, stay on the team.
Yeah.
But that's what he was gonna come on. He's like, yeah. He's like, well, I'll come on panel and fucking explain, like, talk. I'm like, yeah, all good.
Yeah, I missed Lewis on the last time when I streamed, and I would like to.
Oh, he's fucking. Don't worry, he would have been lurking somewhere.
I've not been, you know what I mean? It's like I will be around a little bit more, trying to do some things. Now it's the new season, but I just want to like sort my house out after Christmas. I've just got the Christmas tree out and still fucking pine noodles on the floor, even though I'm sweeping it.
I've got to fucking build a dining table.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
Have you got all the bits for it, or are you making it from scratch?
Nah, I bought one, but it's like a nice glass top one.
Oh, nice.
But
Oh,
there's
don't
like,
drop it.
I didn't think it'd like. No, it's definitely a 2-player job. But like, it's only fucking like half a dozen wooden bits for like the legs and supports. But I swear I've got like it's 120 pieces of fucking nuts and bolts. Like, it's the biggest head fuck of like little,
Yeah, 'cause
like,
all the glass.
and everything's got washers. It must be to hold everything like real super tight.
Yeah, for the glass to be held on.
Because it's like the heavy, like it's pretty heavy glass top. Like,
that's where the majority of those will go, but I bet.
well, everything's like, you look at it and it's like everything's got like 4 holes.
I had a glass table for years.
Then there's like the side bolts, and
I used to have
it looks pretty cool.
Spectacular dining table. It was glass. It was all like smoky brown glass with chrome piping legs, and it was all like an S underneath. It was like proper 90s with that Carl Sagan smoked glass, you know, that proper brown.
Yeah, this one's like
Right,
wooden, like like a real dark, silky oak kind of wood with like a black top glass tempered.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's bigger than I sort of thought. Like, yeah, the fucking piece of glass is nearly as tall as me. It's fucking huge.
Cool.
I can move it by
when you're cleaning it,
but I can't. I don't think you can.
Oh, right, okay. It's got like a bit of an impervious surface going on.
I think it's like, it's like that tempered shit.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, I think that one that we had was, I don't think I did scratch it. I was always worried that I would.
Yeah, it's like,
man,
you
I missed
think
that
you're gonna,
table
but
now.
you're not gonna, like.
I've forgotten about
because
that.
it's glass. Like, I don't think, like, maybe glass would scratch it, but
yeah, maybe. I think I was using one of those like blue, those green Brillo pad things. You know, they're like a plastic nylon scourer thing to the side, and I used to worry that
they're fucked. It's like they're plastic, but they fucking scratch everything.
They do.
Like, you know how you get like some of those scourer pads, and it's like they're just hard plastic, but it's like they will kind of scratch your pens and shit.
Like the edges of them, like a bit like a paper cut sometimes.
Yeah, like they're just like a little bit too rough, like, or there's something on the plastic.
But they never managed to scratch the glass. Those good. I never put much pressure on them though, because I was like always a bit like worried.
You might have been of a blast.
I miss mine.
And then the next minute it's like, fuck, I swear there's little scratches in there. Like,
I've forgotten about them.
I had a real good set of stainless pots and pans.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I fucking that was another lifetime ago. But it was
Yeah,
a
I left all my
it was
iron,
fucking
cast iron
good shit.
ones.
Yeah, they
Last
weren't cast iron; they were stainless. They were like, if I was gonna go balls out, I would have went cast irons.
Yeah,
But
well, I've
then
got about
they're
2
also
left
pretty
that I've
heavy
managed to bring
too.
with me.
Like, it's like, yeah, cast iron. Like, it's not. I don't know. I was like in chef mode, so I was like, they're. How would you explain it? It's like they're the best for cooking, but you wouldn't have them in a kitchen.
Yeah, they're like oven based mainly. Like,
It's like they're too heavy. Like,
yeah, for like fast cooking. Yeah, I know.
yeah, but they're the best. Like, they hold the heat the best.
Yeah, they are. They're good for omelettes. Like, they're my favourite. I've got a small frying pan, a large frying pan left, and a pan that isn't my largest one. Left my largest one behind. I'm gutted. I've got like a medium pan. I used to have a nice milk pan as well, but I've not. I left it all when I left that house in
Yeah,
Swansea.
see, I got like a big, thick, like what do they call, like a French oven?
Oh, Dutch oven. Yeah, I've got one of those as well. I have those, but I use the mid-range pan sometimes as a Dutch oven because it's all one piece. You can just use it as a. And the frying pan I've got for that mid one, I can use it as a lid for the thing and make it into a Dutch oven.
Yeah. Yeah, cast irons, but then it also too, like, if you don't use it, like, you do have to look after it. Like, there is a bit of work to it, like, and you can fuck it, like.
Yeah, I just
But
keep
then
it
with a
oiled
stainless
and
steel
stuff.
set, like, even at the worst, like, you can burn something onto it.
I've
But
never
you
fucked them up
can,
beyond repair though. Those are cast irons. You can get them clean again every time.
yeah,
If like
the
you
real
know, I've had
little
them in the
cheap
cupboard
ones, it's like
before.
they're fucked. Like, I've burnt cheap
Yeah,
ones,
cheap ones you fucked. Yeah, just took them away.
and
You
it's like the
can't.
whole thing's just like turned black. Like, I've burnt something real bad in it.
Mm.
I actually burnt everything evaporated out of it, and the
Oh,
whole
that's happened
fucking
to me
pan.
once when I was a kid. When I was got my new first flat, and I fell asleep when I was drunk after celebrating my first flat probably, and then left some noodles on and it set the alarms off, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, no,
Pretty much
I
the only
thought I'd
time.
turn this. I swear I'd turn the stove off. Like, I reckon some cunt was playing games. Like, I swear I've turned it off and then just put it back on off heat. But no, it was still on low. It was like about an hour later, you just hear this fucking smoke alarm. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, run up, and there's like, wasn't on fire, but it was smoking, and there's just like nothing in the pan.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
And
It's
it's
the
just
smell
like the
of like
whole pan's just fucking burnt. It's
hot
just like, oh
metal in the
fuck,
air.
like,
Just
yeah. But it was enough to set off the smoke alarm. Like,
yeah.
yeah, that's probably real good to breathe that shit, eh? Looking
Yeah, I
back.
remember that. I remember a lot when I was first learning about how this stuff works. You know, like, because obviously I've cooked at home, but like never as recklessly it turned out. But like the amount of knives that I'd cook on the fucking burners as just always just having the knife fall in, or
Oh, really?
somehow like the handles of knives. I always used to end up burning them when I first started using a
Yeah,
cooker
no, fuck
myself.
'em. I've only ever had a couple of knives, eh? Like, and I haven't really had like expensive ones. Like, I
Some of them were
was lucky enough
grim.
to. I just managed to get a couple of cheap ones that were like, they were pretty decent ones,
Yeah.
and then there's like they were just kind of one. So like, you went back there, and I think I bought another one for someone else. I was like, fucking get one of these up here, man. Like, these are sick. And then I was like, they stopped. Now they're shit.
Yeah,
But
like in
I've had
those
like
days,
one
you'd
for
get them
years,
in the
and it's like the
house.
handles haven't broken or anything. Like,
Yeah, they'd come with the house, like, you know what I mean? Like, if we were renting or something, you just get like all the cutlery and stuff back in those
yeah,
days.
well, yeah, like,
So they would just
well,
be like whatever they had in the house, and I just burnt it by accident because it was like this electric cooker. I wasn't used to electric cooker. I think that's what it was. So it'd be on and I wouldn't know, you know what I mean? And then I'd just put something on it and it'd be like, thing you know, just plumes of smoke coming out. I had the worst smoke I've ever seen. Just like the most acrid sort of smell coming off them plastics. They're so close to your food. It's grim as you like.
yeah, that's probably not good.
Not good at all.
Like I've burnt the handles on my frying pans and shit. Like,
Yeah,
Just
that's it.
haven't noticed it's
I
been
don't do it
like
no more.
overhanging something, but
I don't have
Yeah.
frying pans with handles anymore. No way. I had one break on me when I burnt my hand that time I told you about. And after
I
that,
swear some of that stuff it's made out of better shit nowadays. Like,
I don't have that separated handle. Fuck that shit. Maybe a bit of wood on the side, like nailed onto the side or something, but fuck that.
yeah, you want the ones that you can screw up, you can adjust because they'll always loosen up.
That's true. Or just a one piece for me.
Yeah, well, that too. Like,
That's what I go for if I can.
yeah, that'd be heavy as all fuck. Big cast iron.
That's what I've got for my frying pans, but one of them's really little, and I keep losing it in the back of the cupboard. It's right little, but it's a perfect little omelette pan. You can put like a two egg or 3 egg omelette in there, and it just rises into like almost like a fucking souffle. Because it just, if you get it right, because it's cast iron as well, and you put the right thing, a bit of spinach in there, you know, for a bit of moisture and that. Put the lid on just right. You can get it like a little souffle.
Almost like a little fucking Yorkshire pudding egg.
Yeah, almost like a crumpet muffin type thing out of egg. It's like it rises, yeah. Because there's nowhere for it to go because it's only a little pan. Right, good little thing,
Yeah,
but I
it
can always
sounds like
lose
when
it.
you. I remember we used to cook them inside fucking, like a plastic, like a spray can, but the plastic lid.
All right,
Like, say, like a spray oil, and you got like the plastic lid for it. You'd
right.
clean it out, and like even though it's got that tiny little hole in the bottom, the egg won't come out of it. So
All right.
you just get those little plastic cups, and just fucking put your egg in that, and
Poach your
like
egg in it.
a minute in the microwave,
Oh my
and then pull
god.
it out and just like carve it out, and bam, and they fluff right up. That'll like fluff up to like the size of the container.
Oh wow.
And they go like real fluffy, but yeah,
But they're nice with put a bit of like something in it as a
you
bit of
just chuck them
seasoning.
on a fucking sandwich with like sauce and salt and pepper. And it's
Oh
just,
my god, I'm on eggs now.
but it's like, I don't know how toxic those plastic containers are in the microwave.
Yeah, probably not best heat treated, but if they've got oil, you might be all right.
I don't know. We used to use some pretty fucking random containers. Like,
I
this
know
was
with
when we were
microwaves and stuff, we
way
just used
younger.
to. Yeah, when I was a kid, we used to put things in like, margarine tubs and stuff, to put in the freezer, and then I'd just like microwave it after, and I wouldn't even think about it. But actually, that was probably
you
not
wouldn't
designed
nowadays.
for
It's
heat.
like, nah. Looking back, like, they've probably made things a little bit different too, but no, like we know a bit more now these days. Like, that's what I mean. Those little like fucking aerosol can cap eggs, they're probably not so good. But they were the mad little shape, like.
But I'm sure you can like a silicone thing the same size it is, or make it.
Yeah, there was all sorts of and like it wasn't like it still had the chemicals in it. Like, you washed it, gave it a
But it's
quick
not.
rinse.
It's like it wasn't designed for with heat. But if it was, because
that's what I'm
if it was
saying.
designed to be molded in heat as well, do you know what I mean? Because it's like depends what the sort of threshold was for it. Because if they had it as a fairly low threshold, because they didn't want to have to heat things up too much to mold them,
But then what does the actual
be releasing
microwave
shit.
do to it?
Well, there's that, but it's like even just the heating of it and moving of it, it's going to be releasing chemicals that you probably aren't food safe as well, and all that shit in it.
Yeah, it's fucking bad.
But you don't think about it when you're a kid, do you?
2 seconds.
Yeah,
No,
no
I
worries.
didn't. I ate heaps of those.
I'm going to go soon anyway because I'm going to make some fucking eggs.
Yeah, same here. I'm probably going to go in about 15, but yeah, I'll be back in 30 seconds.
All right, cool. No worries. I'm going to make some eggs. I've been making a cup of tea. Where is my charger? That's the question. I had it. Oh. Yes, as sure as eggs is eggs. And I won't be cooking them in a deodorant lid, but I do like the concept. Why couldn't you just use a cup? An egg cup even? It's the clues in the name, isn't it? No, an egg cup won't give you the same fluffiness, but a cup would. You could get a cup that was a similar shape and size to a deodorant cup, surely, like a little espresso cup. A little tall, stumpy thing exists, espresso cup with an egg in it. Oh man.
All right, so what have I missed?
I was saying, why didn't you just use a cup
For what?
for your deodorant top eggs?
Because they take too long to cook. Like I think it's like the thin plastic as well. It's like they just get zapped to the fuck house in the microwave real
Right.
quick. It's like probably only a minute. Like back, yeah. Our microwave was probably shit back in the day.
But if you heated the cup up first, probably, and then put the egg in, you could probably get a similar outcome. It's just that the microwave would have been heating up the ceramic bit first, probably.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Never tried them.
I
Never
don't
tried
know.
a coffee cup egg.
No. Oh no!
Just
When I was a kid, they used to, my dad used to make eggy weggy in a cup in the microwave when you were ill, and it was like that's like what they used to call it when I was really little, and it was like just egg, and it was like a runny egg in a cup with salt and pepper in it. You just have that and
Yeah,
dip
like
bread in it.
you'd have it in that. Yeah, but was it like an egg cup? And it was like a
No, just
boiled egg.
cup. I don't know if it was a boiled egg in a cup or if it was like in the
See,
microwave.
that's
They've
how
done
we
it.
had them. Like that's kind of how we pictured. Like that's a traditional English way to eat them as well.
Yeah, just an egg in a cup for a boiled egg. But I mean, like an
Yeah,
actual
and like
cup,
but
like a
with
little cup.
with slices of toast.
Yeah, but it'd be like that. But instead of having the egg in the cup, in the eggshell, you'd just have it sort of a runny one
See,
in a cup.
you know, like that, like those like soldier eggs, like where you just
Oh
like
man, that's what I'm
boil it
having.
and it's just perfect. You cut the top off, salt and pepper,
That's what I'm
and you
gonna have.
you dip your bread in, like your
Yeah,
sticks of bread, like your slices.
yeah, man.
I
That's what I'm
don't see
having.
Americans having. I've never seen that.
Really? Surely.
Not in it. Not no.
Yeah.
Like it seems to be like like a English thing.
Boiled egg. Maybe.
I've never seen them rocking them like that.
How interesting. I don't know if I've ever thought about it.
It's like they do like scrambled and like fried, and like they've got fucking pancakes and grits, and I've never seen them rocking
I'm having
boiled
boiled
eggs.
eggs. That's
But
fucking
like
cool.
I've definitely seen it in like English TV.
Oh yeah.
And, like it's a thing. Like
A thing. It's a definite thing. It's going to be a thing in my kitchen in about 3 minutes.
I fucking love. And you get them right, like you get them too,
Oh,
or sorry, you get them too not right,
no
and it's
way.
like they're too boiled, and it's like,
I had
oh
a
fuck, like
tantrum
there's
once
nothing to
because
dip
of it. An
into.
actual tantrum about the egg being hard when I was younger, a lot younger. But yeah, that was how fucking fucked up I was when I was younger. I was like, I can't believe the egg is hard. No. Bad times.
I haven't had those fucking 20
I'm gonna
years.
do it.
Longest for a breakfast. Just sat
You've
down
got to
to like.
you've got to be careful because they do keep cooking in the cup. So you've got to get them out if you want them perfect. You know, the perfect level of gourmet. You've got to
So I'd
like
have a
time
couple
it
and just
right.
like quickly smash them, and then it's like
You've
more
got to as well
toast.
be
And it's
able to
like
tell the
next minute
difference
I've
of the
had 3
shape.
eggs and about fucking 12 bits of toast. Like
Exactly.
just
Well, I'm only
keep
going to do
cutting them up
2.
into little soldiers. Just
I'm
keep
going to
dipping.
do 2 eggs. But yeah, you've got to you've just got to know as well. I always used to be like, what was the difference? Why did it work this time and not that time? It's like the size of your pan, the size of the eggs that you're putting in, and the number of eggs. It's all like these variables that you just need to just learn without even learning, and just know that you put in that sort of egg. So that's going to take that long.
So let's just read the chat for a sec. We got fucking get to the chopper.
Oh, I'll get to the chopper.
Saying, why would you put eggs in a microwave? Because I told you it was to fucking quickly put it onto an egg sandwich.
And scrambled egg in the microwave is very different to normal scrambled egg, and it can be nice
It's
in
one
its
of
own
my
way.
preferred ways to cook scrambled egg, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, well, I've gone back to the normal one. I think the normal one's better if you do it right. But I don't mind a microwaved scrambled egg. It's a good way of doing it, and it is different.
Yeah, I like them.
But yeah, I haven't even got a microwave at the moment. My mate, when she moved out, she took it, and I've just not needed to get one yet. But when I do need one, I'll get one. It's just that I just haven't needed it yet.
Like my trick with the the micro scrambled eggs is like one extra egg, like once they're kind of cooked.
Oh, really?
And yeah, and then kind of mix that in, and then like
controversial.
Because it seems to get pretty hot in the microwave. Like it's hot. It's way
it needs
hotter.
moisten. Needs a bit of a wet its whistle a bit.
Yeah, and rather than like letting it get
butter
too
or
dry,
milk
like
in.
well, the whole three, like the
Yeah,
Trinity.
you put more mix in again. Okay,
a whole nother little bit of mix again, like yeah. So maybe keep but not just a splash of it, like a pretty decent dose, and whip that
like
in
another
again.
portion.
And then that'll like cook over that heat, and they'll be fucking banging. But I don't have to do that with on the pan. You can get them perfect the first.
I love it in the pan. Yeah.
But for like bang for buck and quick wise, it's like a couple of minutes will get you there pretty quickly in a micro.
A microwave omelette as well. It's nothing like a normal omelette, but it's a good thing in itself. It's like a pancake without being a pancake. It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
And really quick.
No.
That's why I'd put an egg in a microwave, because if you're just nipping out and you just want something proteinous and you just stick that in, you just put it in like a bowl or something and you just let it just...
That's why I've stayed away from omelets. It's like they're just like a never-ending buffet for me. Like I don't know what the fuck it is.
I love omelette. It's my favourite, yeah.
Like,
Mushroom omelette.
Just like I can just smash them. Like it does not matter how big.
Like, Oh, I love an omelette. Yes.
And same as like once they're scrambled up like eggs, it's like 8, 6, 8, whatever. Like just throw them in there. Like they're just gonna get smashed.
Got to be 6 omelets, 6 eggs in an omelette. Not just for me though. I'd probably make like one for my son and one for one for my son and one for me out of that possibly.
But see, then I couldn't go close to doing that with like eating boiled eggs or like fried eggs.
No. 2 is my max when it comes to boiled eggs.
Yeah, definitely. Even like fried, like 3's kind of pushing it for me. Like
3, yeah.
2, 3, like 2 bits of toast and like really. 3 eggs over the top of it.
I think
scrambled.
I've been known to have 3 eggs, I think, but yeah, scrambled, yeah. Chuck 4 in. Won't
fucking
even
3 egg mix ain't shit when it's scrambled.
No, yeah, chuck 4 in minimum for a scrambled. Definitely. And if you've got a few crumbs left over, you've got a few crumbs left over. It's like I'd rather that than have nothing. When you get to it, you're like scrambling it for ages and it goes to nothing. Fuck that.
Yeah, and just be like, fuck, that's like half breakfast. Like I need to do that again.
Yeah. Yeah, scrambled eggs on waffles is banging. It's like a breakfast for my kid and stuff. You know,
so we got a nice little cafe around here. They call it a Canadian breakfast, and it's like all the full bacon and eggs and shit, but like a full normal what you'd expect on a. So I think there's a sausage, bacon and eggs, hash brown,
normal
toast.
Sausage. What sort of sausage?
Just a normal sausage, like
a banger.
Yeah, just like a thick barbecue sausage. But on the same plate, you then get like 3 big fucking pancakes and like ice cream and like maple syrup all over the top.
Ice cream with your sausage?
Yeah. And pancakes and like
maple
maple
syrup. With Vic Baker about this.
Maple syrup all over the whole fucking thing.
Well, that's all right. The maple syrup's all right. So that's been normalised. But ice cream.
And then that turns up on your plate, and it's like this big fucking plate full of breakfast and dessert on the same shit. And it's like, yeah, you just start eating. It's like you have like a bit of egg and bacon, and then you cut off a bit of fucking pancake and put some ice cream on it and some.
What's the ice cream like? Is it like normal?
Just like normal vanilla, like nice ice cream. Like
yeah. Is it like is it more creamy than it is sweet? Is it like a special type of?
No, it's just like what you would normally get on like a 3 stack of pancakes, like 2 big scoops full of the shit with all maple syrup over the top.
All for a bit of ice cream on the side, but on the same plate as your sausage.
It's not just like a little bit of ice cream on the side. Like it's a big chunk of it. on top of these pancakes.
On top of your pancakes, on top of your sausages. Have you got beans on there as well?
Nah, like bacon, eggs,
All right,
hash
no
browns.
beans. Phew. No chopped
Nah,
tomatoes,
no beans.
surely.
Nah,
no
nah,
chopped
none of
tomatoes, right?
nah,
What about mushrooms? You got mushrooms in
You
there?
could probably get all that stuff.
Mushrooms and fucking ice cream. Oh my god.
But no,
I
the
want to
bacon,
try
eggs,
it.
and sausage and hash brown, and yeah, all that. It's like
Absolutely crazy. I've never ever heard of anyone having ice cream with their fried breakfast.
yeah, they call it the big Canadian. But they're also like big pancakes. It's not like you
Yeah,
don't
it's like
get like a
crossed over the
section
pancake
of ice
thing.
cream and then that's like next to your like. There's a big
That's my
like half
point.
your plate is like these big pancakes. Like
That's my point with the breakfasting ice cream, because it's like you get
but
breakfast
you're right.
in...
Once it all starts melting, underneath it all, it's like a milkshake.
Oh my god!
So you kind of like, yeah, almost like
Dip
that.
in your
You know
egg
when
in your ice
when
cream.
you dip in your chip in your Macca's milkshake.
Yeah, well that's fair enough, isn't it?
It's
Yeah,
a little bit like that, like it, because it does get a bit mixed up towards the end because there's all like the ice cream, like, and that's melting.
Yeah, I'm not against it. Straight up,
And
you
then
know
the
what I mean?
maple syrup all over the bacon and the fucking
Yeah,
the
that's all
toast.
right.
And,
Handle
yeah,
that.
yeah, it all mixes. Like it all goes.
For me, it's like those two worlds never met before. You know, you've got your breakfast in pancake places where it's all
I'd
waffles
never
and
seen it
cream,
myself until I saw it.
and then
had
that's
one.
a whole pancake culture in it. They do all that stuff, and you get all those like ice creamy, fancy teas, fancy coffees, fancy everything in those shops with all the neon and everything. And then you get
Isn't it like
pancakes and
chicken and
waffles.
waffles?
We don't normally get chicken with it. It's just waffles and pancakes and really
Yeah,
sweet
it's like the
things.
American
Milkshake
chicken and waffles, where it's like KFC
with
chicken
waffles.
with fucking waffles and ice cream and shit.
Really? I've not seen that. Chicken and waffles together,
Yeah.
cooked in the same fryer.
No, I don't know if they do it in the same fryer. I don't know if they do these waffles in the fryer.
Oh,
I think they
okay.
do them in a toaster,
Oh,
like big crepes.
it's a pancake.
Yeah, like big, like pikelets, but big
Oh, like
ones.
one of those. Oh, right. They do it on like a pan or something.
Like pancake pie, like
Yeah, like a pancake type thing.
yeah, like how you get like a 3-stack or a fucking.
But you can also do waffles like a donut, can't you? That's what I'm saying about them being in the fryer. You can have them like, because it's the same batter
Well,
as like
those waffles that I'm
a
talking
donut.
about, they do with the chicken and waffles are more like those big, thick crepes, where they're like they've got the crosses on them, and they're deep, like they may be like a centimeter thick, and they're kind of like you put them in a waffle iron, and they got like the thick imprint in them, and they're like little square patterns.
Yeah, the way to do it as well. Yeah.
Like you get a thinner version of them as like the waffle cones.
But like over here, you'd get like, for something like that, you can get like a savoury donut type thing. Like if you go to like a Chinese bakery or something, they'll do like a massive stick that looks like a French baguette, but it's just a donut, but it's like a savoury one that you'd have with whatever.
It's like a pretzel.
No, it's just more like a...
Well, that is a pretzel. That's an American pretzel. Is like
yeah, except that's been boiled and then...
No, they're done in the oven. They're like a
and
big
then
bagel.
ovened, yeah, but they do seal them with the boil.
Like
it's
a
boiled
big
bread.
twisted bagel.
Yeah, that's
But
it. It's boiled bread. It's like boiled.
Our
and then
little pretzels down here are like little chips, and they're like covered in salt, and they're like little rock hard fucking things.
Oh, those little snack ones. No, yeah, I'm not talking about the bread ones. You get them from
Yeah, well, see, we don't really have
Lidl.
them. Yeah, you'd have to get them. You get a packet of them from the shop somewhere, like. But
yeah, you can
like
get
in
them.
America, they get them just like in the food court at the fucking Westfield. Like.
You can here now, but you didn't used to. It used to just be them little ones for ages. Right, I'm starting my eggs now, so let's have a look.
Don't fuck them up.
39 minutes past. I'm bloody not fucking them up. Once I made, at a hen party once, I made some glass, very jealous of these eggs. And she went and got some in the end, but she was like, I've got too much of a hangover, I'm not eating. And she wouldn't. And then I just sat right in front of her with all these, I had all these different shaped eggs, because they all come from this farm. And there was like little tiny ones and this massive green one, and I just had them all.
I'd say
and put
to
loads
fucking
of
this
salt on
get
them.
to the chopper, dude. Throw your mic on and jump up, but I'm about to close it down pretty soon, bros.
Yeah, I'm
We're
gonna go
typing
now.
up a fucking storm.
I'm gonna just be rustling now while I make eggs.
Never seen any cunt put eggs in a microwave.
Yeah, microwave omelette.
Red Bull, do you right? Show your stuff. Frying pan scrambled eggs, easy.
Yep.
Salt is the key.
Yep.
You two cunts are cooked. Egg special stream. Cunt's not reading the chat. Dismissive cunt.
It's true, he is.
Boil
I
the
can't
cunt.
read the chat though. That's my problem. That's my excuse. On this phone, I can't read it.
He's giving you an A up, C, P, E. You banned me, cunt. Okay. Alright. How are you banned if I'm reading your comments? How's that work? Bros.
Maybe
Unless you're
somebody
banned on YouTube and I can just read your comments in StreamYard. Could be a thing.
No, it's the other way around. Well, I don't know because Buttocks can't read my comments, but he can. He can't on StreamYard, but he can on YouTube. So he banned me, but he didn't ban me from YouTube at all. He's like, "Oh, I'll give you your wrench back," and I'm like, "No, you never took it off me."
I just remembered this extra chuckle I got off Lewis today when he was trying to say like, "No, I didn't fucking sub to your channel." Dean's come back on the panel and gone like, "No, like, there's been a few old accounts of you, Lewis, hanging around. Like, are you sure that's not like just one of those random alts and Red Bull's got it all mistaken? Like, surely that's the case." And Lewis is like, "No, fuck off. I haven't seen any fucking alts of me." Like,
Oh, bless him.
he's like, "If I've hit the button, I've just fucking done it by mistake." And he's just like, type in I'm like, "Dude, like, use that fucking old account. Like, run with it." Like, I don't know. I got a chuckle off it.
Bless him. No, I know. I mean,
Poor Lewis.
Dean knows what he's doing, doesn't he?
Yeah, but if he comes on, I'm not gonna fucking yell at him.
No way. No, it would have been great. I was looking forward when I saw that. I was just like, this is sweet. Even if it's just for you guys to argue, like you're just gonna do it in a comedy way. So it'll be funny, and it'll be like Queensbury rules and shit. It'll be good.
Marquise of Queensbury.
Yeah. It's like, like gentlemanly, like Fight Club. It would have been sweet.
That's who I thought was turning up, but it was Rabbit.
I would have been the sweetest panel. Me, you,
hey,
Rabbit.
We haven't even fucking discussed Rabbit's new little improvement.
Oh yeah, congratulations, Rabbit. Yeah, congrats.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Unleashed on the roads.
I know.
Mm.
I'm sure he'll be absolutely fine.
I expect him to be streaming from the car very soon. He's got somewhere else to
tell us about his first excursions and where he's chosen to go and things like that. Give us a rundown.
I want to see if his car does skids and burnouts and shit.
Well, you would, wouldn't
you? Go film some doughies.
No, because he'll fuck it up. Fuck it up before he starts.
Actually, yeah, you'd get fucked on in about 5 minutes these days.
Yeah, man.
I think.
You won't have 2 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be fucked less than 5 minutes doing stupid shit in the car these days.
Fucking hell, yeah. And the consequences far, far, far worse and far reaching. Like forever. This is on the record forever, boy.
Yeah, he doesn't want to lose his license first week. That's going to be fucking harsh.
I've got faith in you, Rabbit dude. I don't think you're going to lose your license in a week. We'll put a bet on.
For what?
How long it'll take
Till what? He's crashed his car.
till he loses his license. Yeah.
Oh fuck! I don't.
I'm joking. I kid.
I think the better bet is let's bet on whether we actually see a drawing. Like we've seen some teasers, and there's been a bit of hinting at like I've studied my gestures and
The gesturing. We are going to do. We are going to do that competition. We are. We're going to do it.
yeah.
Art was fantastic. Have you seen it?
Say what?
Last time I was here, I was up to any extent. It was when Chudley McChuddington was showing his art off that he'd been doing.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking cool. Have you seen that one of Rabbit?
Yeah, with the ears.
With
the other one of fucking Flat Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought there was another one hanging around. But no, they're actually pretty good.
Yeah, they're really good. Yeah, they're really good. And so, yeah. And I know that Dean was pushing an artistic angle, wasn't he?
So are those rabbits?
Hey?
Did he draw those?
No, they're Chudley's. Bob Newman, I think, is Chudley.
Is he not publishing Rabbit's work for him?
No, I don't think that is Rabbit stuff. Rabbit has not taken credit for that.
Hey?
He hasn't taken credit for that. But on that bombshell, I'm going to leave because my egg is done and it is right. And I've just dipped a piece of bread in it.
Such a cliffhanger.
I know.
All right, yeah, I got to close this off. It's getting late.
All right. Well, thank you for having me.
No worries.
See you later.
Yeah, stay laughing.
Yes, definitely.
Right.
See you later.
Peace out.
Bye.